magic is imagination. We are moving into an age of manifestation. Things become actually less material, more ethereal. The golden dawn is when we awaken to this new station of life. What you think becomes real quicker. Regain our imagination, regain our inner child, and let that inner child out.
My name is Frank Castle, founding member of the music group Heist Click and New York City Neo Shaman. After a serious injury sidelined my career in 2013, I decided to set out on an adventure to search for myself with the help of the plant medicine ayahuasca. What I discovered waiting for me was something I could have never prepared for. It was time for me to become something more, someone more. It was time I became fearless. In the darkest of nights, gonna let my light shine as my heart beats a rhythm with space and time. When the light starts to shine inside the third eye, you awake to the knowledge that you never die. I'm becoming fearless. What is up, everyone? It's your main man, Frank Castle, your Sorcerer Supreme, right here each and every Saturday night on Fearless. What is up, Fearless family? What's going on? Hopefully the sound's correct. Naturally, it goes down to the wire. It doesn't matter what time we're on. Excuse me for a moment. I gotta stay fresh. It's good to see everyone. Shout outs to the Fearless family. Shout outs to everyone joining us tonight. So much better. It's good to see everyone. Paula might be with us. She's sleeping. She passed out. The energy's been off the charts. The full moon exit strategy from last week into this week has been so intense that I've actually been having, specifically today, these really, really weird psychedelic experiences without being on any form of a psychedelic. And it's been kind of crazy. It's like more than a deja vu, less than DMT, more than a microdose. Like the dream you remember and then it shows back up again. I had a weird moment before where the whole kitchen, I was talking to Paula, and then something happened. I got quiet and I kind of did this little slumping thing and moved forward. And then I thought I saw like a line come by, like a flash of light with a line. And I'm shaking still. And I was like, oh, I don't know what that was. It felt like I changed in that moment. And Paula had to go to sleep. She literally got up and was like, yo, I got to lay down for a little bit right now. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm having this weird thing. And then she was pouring tea in front of me and I like came up behind her and I was like, hey, what's up? And she's like, fucking deja vu, man. Oh, and I didn't even know what she was talking about. But I just had that feeling, like more than a deja vu, but just like it, but not more than, but less than like DMT and mushrooms, but more than the microdose, enough where you're like aware of it, where you're like, whoa, what the fuck was that? Almost like a timeline shift or a change. Tonight's show is sponsored by Lemon Haze, just for anybody that's interested. It's not really a sponsorship. I just like it. It's good and it's keeping me up. And I gotta get this fucking tooth fixed. Knock that shit out. Never got it fucking. I actually have it sitting in the dish right under the camera. That poor $1,000 fucking tooth. How lonely it is at the $1,000 topness. I just know how much it's going to cost me to get it fixed, and I'm kind of like, maybe next time when Bitcoin's a little bit more. So I hope everybody's been doing good. I'm glad I'm back. I got a bunch of things to talk about. I made a giant list tonight. It's almost as if I already knew. Shout outs to Willow. Shout outs to Sons of the Sun. What's up, my brother KG? We got a project coming. It's incoming. He's tightening it up, and then it's going to come to me, and then it's going to go back to him, and then it's going out to the world. So shout outs. What's up, Michael? What's up, Lisa? What's up, Studio? What's up, Firestorm? What's up, Sam? What's up, Michael? It's good to see everyone. Really, really. Matt. Toth, what's going on? Della. Indigo. Sure, Ellen's floating around out there. What's up? Greetings, greetings. Yep, there she is. El Jenny Rao, greetings. Had a lot of weird stuff. Here's some other weird stuff that happened. So I was sitting here today earlier, and I got like this really just overwhelming sense of I should call Ellen. And then I called her, and she hit me with the I was looking for the sign, you know, when you're like, oh, send me a sign or something, shit like that. And boom, the phone goes off. And then I got off that phone call, and then I got on, I just got this, I was doing the dishes, and I thought of Joe and Della. And then I went to my phone, and Joe had hit me up. But that was really intense. I thought it was really intense. And it was like an overwhelming just thought, but it was more than normal. Like you could tell it wasn't just like a fleeting thought. It was like potent enough to stand in it. And you're like, oh, look at that. Yeah, okay, cool. And then you go on with your next thing, and boom, on the phone, there he is. I'm sure you guys have been having like interesting experiences this way. And what's up, hurdy-gurdy? It's very important. Breaking that infinite loop. I do know what that is. That is like sending you high vibrations and positive vibes towards the flush. Higher frequency. What's up? It's the Golden Lanterns in the house. Robert Holy. Shout outs for sure. And shout outs to Shaman Tiffany as well. You guys hold down the Fearless group. Oh, this is it. So I've been banned again. So I came in the other day, and I went on the post from last week's episode. And I know I curse a lot. I'm going to say it right now. This is not for your kids. And if you don't like cursing, blows raspberries, right? So I got in the post. I'm like, yeah, I curse like a trucker, but I'm back, whatever. I was just having some fun. And then as soon as I posted that, I got banned again. I was like, what the fuck am I getting banned for now? And they listed everything. I showed Paula, and it looked it looked like an outlaw list. I was like, wow, that's way to hit the top of the charts quick. And it was basically stuff that you could post it in the meme, like a guy marrying a kid and being all doing stupid shit. But I can't say anything about it, but I can post it because what I'm doing is hateful by saying, well, we should look into this, don't you think? All right. It's a weird moment in time. I prefer having everyone dragged out in fucking handcuffs for what they've done to us. We got the Cuomo problem going on here in New York. Everyone's got their own problem. Just see how they don't cover death when he's murdering grandma, right? I said this a long time ago. As soon as it happened, I said this guy's going down in history as the greatest mass murderer in history. He killed all these people by doing what he did. But they're going to get him on sexual allegation. It's the most corrupt system in the world. The whole place is corrupt. It's disgusting corrupt. It's like I want to puke and throw up disgust. And the sad part is they got people on the good side and the bad side holding all the keys to all the doors in all directions. That's why all the doors just need to come down. Joseph. I love you, brother. And there's Joe. Big Joe, shout outs. Shout outs to Shane. So yeah, hey, what's going on? Linz. What's going on, Melinda? Son, wait, where is he? My screen jumps all the time now. It's been doing this weird shit. Haska, I know you're there. Son. I'm really glad to see everyone. Wow, this is great. This is great. I right before this started, the energy kind of blew up a little more than I was used to. My hands were shaking really bad. And Firestorm. You're very welcome. I love you. And we're at the point where they're crushing your speech, they're crushing your spirit, they're crushing your economic wallet. We're going to talk about a few of these things tonight. We're going to talk about what they're promoting, what's being put in front of you on the TV for those who watch it, and for those who are interested. And the anxiety and the paranoia that it brings, right? On purpose. You don't know why. You're not expecting it to come from that actually, but that's actually what's causing. One thing triggers the next thing, triggers the next thing. Man, that shit is good. Yeah, the water tastes delicious. Ellen, it's delicious. Ellen, yeah. All right. Let's take a look at what we got here tonight. I'm kind of free floating, free falling. So when I sit like this, that's when it hurts in my shoulder now, just down here. I don't know what that's about. Like it's like through the back, through the shoulder blade, kind of around here. But when I stand up, it doesn't bother me. But when I sleep, when I put my head on a pillow, no matter how I put it, unless I'm just laying like this, it pinches something and it drives me nuts and my hands fall asleep. But everything else has been better. So like when I'm up moving around and stuff, pretty good for those who are interested in what's been going on with me and my health. I appreciate your awesome thoughts. One of the things about Facebook, all social media, something that I find really interesting, there's bots, right? I believe, this is just a personal opinion. Thank you for that. They are my wings. They're going to come out. That the algorithm, all right, so picture in your head for a moment people like Jack Dorsey, the guy that owns Twitter, right? You say he's satanic or he believes certain things or he feels a certain way, he's Luciferian, he's all kinds of whatever. If he falls into any of those categories, he serves one up from him. Those characters are the reptilians, the first level. Those are like those robed guys that come out, right? And they're like, oh shit, look what this is. And they're kind of doing what they need to do to work with them to have the power that they need to. But the reptilians pray to the AI. Right? So the AI is God to them. So you got people like Dorsey creating Twitter that's going to have naturally AI in it. It's going to have it. It's there. The whole team's there. It's being used for a variety of reasons that just will blow your fucking mind, right? It's like it puts out a statement and you don't know who's real and who's not. And then it'll say something that'll piss you off. And then you'll throw the stone and you'll get banned, right? So the AI is I wrote it right here. The AI is throwing stones at the glass house, right? And then it pretends and reacts as if it was the glass house responding. And you think others are getting riled up with you and going to go do something or to keep you in a state of like, Rrr. So there's always a state of suspense. It's Paula and I have been talking about this. Everything's speculation, everything, and it's driving us nuts at this point. Jesus, space Jesus. It wants you mad and in this rage bait kind of mentality where it has you locked in. It knows with your angry face, or a little angry face. It knows that it's driving some kind of the liquids in your metabolism are moving in a certain way that it wants it to move inside of you because you're going to react a certain way. Okay? What's up, 100 Monkey Project? What's going on, Michael? So you get caught up in it and your energy is then harvested. So no matter what you're trying to do, you're kind of stuck in the middle. That's why it only gives you a certain amount of choices. And then it's like a like or a comment. And then it goes, oh, let's expand that to a smiley face and a sad face. And so it's loading all that in to the program, to the algorithm. And then it's speaking out on it. It's going to be able to reach back out to you in ways that it knows you will be pissed. Thus is why you're only seeing certain people, perhaps, where it's not actually, excuse me, just keeping you from seeing your friends list. It's actually keeping those that maybe fit those categories just seeing each other so it could watch the category. You don't know you're in a category. You think it's whatever. But you're being watched the whole time, right? And then the next step is it gets into you through the nano injections, the vaccines, the chemtrails, life gets out, it gets into you. They spray it on you. They put it in our food and everything. And then it has the ability to click into you and connect into you, right? Like we click. Oh, look what it is. Boom. That's what it's doing to you. And what we're trying to do here is limit that, right? Destroy the ability to do that, because as the programmer, you don't program me. See, I program you. That's how this works. I may be in a body that's programmable, but I'm in it. It's mine. You don't belong here. Not inside me. No, you don't. So it's something that we're dealing with. But we're also still just fucking raging out. We're still just following things like Q and all those other things. I'm sorry. I've heard all the stories. I've been partial to some of them. I've looked into it myself over and over and over again. Nothing. Just comes, that well comes up dry every fucking time. They had, once again, yesterday, the ability to come forward and have something else done. Nothing was done. You see where this is going. They're going to make us pull the plug 100%. It's already draining in every direction. But the more it drains, the more that's, it's like vomited out onto us to try to keep us more and more like just kind of hypnotized to it. Like, oh, so we'll just let it pass. Oh, well, we voted this in. Nobody voted anything in. You guys have no clout. You have no power. You pretend you do. It's a field dressing. You're dancing around on stage like you're performing opera in the fucking, or Greece down in Times Square. It's the same shit, right? Ooh, little shops of horror. You're playing your little fucking game, but it's going to be up to us to deny them. Not through voting, not through violence. I'm going to say this again. Voting with your dollar, learning how to say no. 100%. If you refuse, there's nothing they can do. That's it. The answer is no. You do it in mass, and you learn as an individual and as a group that they don't mean shit. Nothing. Whether it's a psyop or not, and I know it's all a script and everything, but everything that loaded Trump in the conspiracy land that the kids from the future, Baron Trump, and this lines up with this and this. That could just be them fucking with wordplay, presenting that in the psyop, right? Making you feel like there's some kind of other guy that's going to come in just like you, that's going to be like, yeah, to the rescue of this. But this thing that you want it to come to the rescue to is shit. And they're all this deep in it. Why would it play out any other fucking way? You watch General Hospital or one of those fucking soap operas, and these people for 27 years have been, or 30 years, have been fucking each other over. It's the same 20 people, right? And then they all fall in love and they all get together and they try this, they try that, and then they try to kill each other. And then it's just, why is this guy still here? Well, he was locked away and then this happened, then he redeemed himself and then this occurred and that. Why is he still here? This is all bullshit. You guys all forgive and forget with each other. Right? Right? Pass it along. They're going to try to make something feel hopeless to you by projecting it to you. Oh, you guys have no clout. Nancy Pelosi with a stupid face. You're going to tell me that bag of shit, and I mean it with the most love, is going to tell me anything? Fuck you. Fuck your authority. You want authority? Visit South Park. You see what happens, because that's reality. You get nothing. We've already been through this on the hard end, because they round you up and they kill you. That's where it goes. They do a million things to get to the point where they do that, but they want you dead. They want a bunch of you to live and be under their control. How about no? I don't need to go outside and do anything wrong. I don't need to be bad. I just don't need to listen to you. I just live my life accordingly. And when it does come knocking, I'm prepared. And whatever that means, I don't even know what that means. All I know is you're never going to get it from me. You're not going to get it spiritually. You're not going to get it physically. You already tax us and we have to pay our taxes. I pay all my taxes. Every year I have to fucking pay you almost $2,000. I have to pay you $2,000, but I'm disabled, retired. So they give me $1,700 of my money that I worked for that's already been taxed. And then at the end of the year, I have to give them like $2,000 because I'm a single dude and that's life. I can't have write-offs and stuff because if I have anything that hits around the 20,000 mark, they pull all my shit and then go live on it. It's like, how the fuck do you live on it? I'm barely surviving on this. Barely, right? So you're like, you make $1,700 and have to pay back $2,000 at the end of the year. So they basically take a month and a quarter from me out of the 12 months. And they're like, how are you going to figure out that last month? What do you want me to do for it? You're literally not giving me my money and you're murdering me on a tax bracket that and you then telling me you can make this much, but because I'm injured, you can't actually physically be on a job site because it's a hazard for me to even fucking be there. They don't want the insurance and the coverage. Okay, so you're fucked. So what are you going to do? What's your plan? And it's like, oh, I see how the system plays. I'm just going to play outside your system. Wall Street does it. Everyone else does it. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not stealing from no one, though. I'm not doing anything like that. I do talks and I do ayahuascas and those experiences, and I bring it to where it needs to go to help out. And that's enough to put it over the edge. However, I'm very thankful for that. But that system's there to choke you out. So are we going to keep giving the system a hand job? Get the fuck out of here. No one likes you. We don't agree with you. We don't want to hear about your mandates and your authority of any kind. Well, we tell you, no. No. I don't even know outside of cheating how Joe Biden would have gotten there. he screams in an American worker's face inside one of like the union shops. I don't work for you. Yeah, you do. But you don't, I guess, right? Because it's he who pays you the most is who you're really working for. Then you're working for China, right? Well, we know this, but you're still there. How long do you think that's going to last, right? Is it going to be till they try to throw you in a train and take you away, right? If it comes to that, you'll see what happens, right? Too many Americans not gonna have that shit. But I don't even think it's gonna come to that. I think it's a show, a dog and pony show. I think they're going to tell you they're going to try in places like Canada. You getting reports that there's some kind of concentration camp for people who aren't taking the vaccines. Just keep saying no, no, shut it down. No, 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 no. What happened to the fucking flu? Nobody got sick. Nobody. Look, even energetically, there's a fucking silence. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Well, they'll shut down. There we go again with this fucking system. Well, they'll shut you down. Shut them down. Stop buying their fucking products 100% and step away from it. But Coca-Cola, don't drink it. Oh, you should be drinking water. I don't want to argue with the fucking details and semantics with you. You want to fight a demon, but you want to play in a level where the demon still has you by your throat and you're kind of going, well, you know, I kind of like the fucking baby flavor in Pepsi. I like it. You know, it's to me. Oh, so you're going to argue about all this and then you're still going to off it. You're still going to do it. And you're going to argue with me about it. I don't give a shit. The whole thing has to go. You have to go. You're hurting mom and pops. You're killing grandma and grandpa. You're murdering children. You're killing babies as they're being born up to the time they're fucking popping out. And then you're killing babies that are babies. Then you're programming young people, men to be women all of a sudden. This is some weird fucking shit to me. And then women to be man-like. And then you want to know why you got to go date a chick with a dick or something, some weird shit situation because people aren't getting it going no more. No, man. The answer is no. Keep it off my fucking wave 100%. 100%. You want to stop the bullshit? You want to get away from it? Buy a little property. Get in with a few people. Learn how to fucking plant. Become the person in your neighborhood that you wish there was a person in your fucking neighborhood like that. Remember, for every tomato you fucking plant, the system fucking, it stubs its toe. Let me ask you a question. Your electricity bill goes up because of that stupid thing that happened in Texas where people are getting like a $9,000 bill. How are you going to pay that? How do you expect anyone to pay that? If we got that bill right now, I'd have to shut the house down and fucking go live in a box. That's like all my life savings. You want me to sell off my fucking Bitcoin to pay a $9,000 bill in a one-bedroom apartment? How's this going to work again? Oh, wait, let's go back and suck the fucking system after it does that to people. It cuts off your pipeline, tells you need green. The green don't work properly. The pipeline was making everything cheaper, coming directly to us. It has less effects than what you think because there's an opposition that puts out shit information against the guys that are doing it, against the people that are there, and who stands for what's rights to do what. You still need it because what they did was they took it away and they moved it, but they're paying for it in another country for that country. And then your gas prices go fucking through the roof. They tell you that clean coal and all that other stuff is no good when it's perfectly fine. It's literally really good. Okay, it's not the best, but you hook into an electric system and the electricity shuts off. Bill Gates wants to blot out the sun. Oh, how are you going to solar charge anything? Oh, well, we'll wind. Yeah. What if they control that shit too? That's like the argument. Well, what about Bitcoin if it does this or that? Well, get hit by a meteor, you're dead. Right? The fucking whole planet has to go down for Bitcoin not to work. The whole planet. And well, what if it happens? You're fucked. You want the answer to every fucking question from every one of us? You can't think for yourself a little bit on that? So we try to work with our captors. They want to draw blood and take your fucking DNA. They want to change it. They want to put an RNA in you. Changes you over time. Then do you think the Constitution's going to work for you when you're not considered human anymore? Well, I'm human. It's me. We tested you. According to our DNA test, you have this marker. A human is defined by X, Y, and Z. And unfortunately, you have M, N, and O. Now we can round you up. You don't get a constitution. You don't get human rights. You're not human. You're going to let them trick you and deceive you while these jerk-offs play out their fucking chess battle using us as pieces? Come on. You're better than that. We're all better than that. I think. I would hope. Yeah, we're built on a system that literally everything, what's up, Lexi? Literally is built on, it's like a circuit board, it looks like. It resonates a frequency to a hierarchy that's low vibration, that collects that energy like a circuit board, pulling the energy in and out when it's needed. The electric spark to keep it all going. As above, so below, and so below that. I'm looking at you through the fucking computer. I'm the computer projecting out to this. Up there, it's projecting in through that. It's the same shit. You're looking at mirrors and echoes of yourself all over the place. So the system, this is the kind of stuff that kind of, it bothers me, but here's where I love the system. You ready? So it's not just me shitting all over fucking everybody else's stuff. As you know, I'm a Marvel character guy. I love Marvel. I love DC comics. I love comic books. I fucking love it. I don't know what I'd do without it, right? It's kept my head high and all this. And I know there's stuff in the books and there's weird shit, stories and all that. But one of the things I noticed lately, we've been dealing with stuff, right? So we have characters like Thor. We have characters like Loki. We have Wanda, and we have Wanda Maximoff, who's the Scarlet Witch, and the Vision, who's the robot, right? Okay, so this is a little bit of a spoiler if you don't know the story, but Wanda, who is the Scarlet Witch, is the lightning rod or the character that could anchor a character that's a demon named Chthon. Chthon looks like T'Chulu or Cthulhu, whatever the fuck his name is. Okay, Chthon is literally chaos magic. He's made up of this energy. It's red and it does fucked up shit. So she turns into the Scarlet Witch. She dresses like a fortune teller from this place called Sokovia. Then it transforms her power into this character that she was born to be, the Scarlet Witch. It's like a title. So she can, through this book, The Darkhold, where there's multiple chapters on the dead and on her and energy and all that other stuff, she can bring his magic through her, making her the most powerful. Okay, why is that relevant? Well, they made such a fucking big deal about this show and nothing occurred, right? Nothing. But what do you mean nothing occurred? Well, a lot of things happened. This is what I learned from watching the show. She got her final outfit. Big fucking deal. I had to wait fucking 9 weeks for this chick to wear a tiara, for her tiara to look like devil's horns. What is the Scarlet Witch? She's a witch that doesn't need incantations, words, or any kind of gestures to bring forth her magic. She can just do it. In the comics, she's a mutant. She has the ability, that's her mutant power, to tap into the hex. And then it's a probability thing, but she can just basically change reality, do whatever the fuck she wants to do. So we have a witch with horns running around, because in the book, it's not really like that. They don't really promote her that way. One of her enemies is Agatha Harkness, whatever the fuck her name is. Agatha. So Agatha's a witch. They try to burn her at the stake. She has the ability as a witch to collect energy from witches that don't understand the energy the way she does. She could just kind of suck it up and leave you dry. She tried to do that to her, to the Scarlet Witch. Didn't really work out for her. Too bad. Okay. So you have witches running around, changing reality on the TV show within an area, transforming the minds of the people who know that they're being somehow held down by this thing, but they have no control over it. They're like being puppeted by her inside this area. And I'm going, oh, sounds fucking familiar. They find the edge of town, but can't cross the border. Sounds familiar, right? Kind of like Truman Show shit going on in this. So much Truman Show that it's actually based on a fucking show, the WandaVision. WandaVision being a series of what are they called? Sitcoms, right? Spanning from like the 50s through 2000s. Each one was a chapter, and each one was a new one representing stuff from that era. Having people trapped lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, but it's just a day, and it's just a trick, and I don't understand. So you have a very powerful character in here. The witch is running around, but she's the hero. Who is she with? She's with Vision. Who is Vision? Vision's a fucking robot. He's a synthezoid that was made with the Mind Stone. I'm pretty sure it's the Mind Stone. And he had that stone in his head like Shiva, right? And now that was torn from his head, his body thrown down. They try to rebuild it, changed him up a bit. He's resurrected inside of the hex with Scarlet Witch, and the military has his actual body and is rebuilding it and trying to get him to come out. Once again, the hero is now the robot, right? Tries to, I guess they have kids in this, but they even address it. Like, how are you having kids? And it's like, well, we do our thing. And it's like, oh, okay. But people know what comes out of you isn't getting her pregnant. Well, he's even confused about it. He's like, I don't know how we have kids. She manually brings the kids in through magic. All right. So now you have the transhumanistic agenda, right? The robot saving everyone, or trying to. He doesn't really, if you watch it, you'll see the patterns I'm talking about here. The hexagon is what I talk about all the time. The trap, like we discussed the trap, what it looks like. It's like a hexagonal. If this was Earth, right? This hexagon shape was around us, creating a net or a web, recycling us, showing us shit they want us to see, keeping us locked into frequencies. We've talked about this before, the rings from Saturn actually creating and pulling out sounds, the frequencies needed to actually do that. So they keep those rings alive, which is why you see the guys making the rings in there, and then it's projected at our moon, then focused right to the planet. It was episode 1 of Fearless on TFR. That's what we talked about. Then we get characters like Loki. Loki's a big deal, right? He's the fucking villain. He's literally the fucking bad guy, right? But everyone loves this guy. They're like, well, bro, Loki. He's the master of trickery. He's literally the trickster, right? It's him. And what does he wear? He wears a helmet with what? Giant fucking horns. He's got his own series, and they already signed him for series 2. They don't place this much fucking emphasis on this jerk off in the comic books as they do in movies, right? And his brother Thor is a big, dumb, clumsy, ruthless kind of brute. And then Loki's like, yeah, I'm the cool guy. I'm the slick one. And I'm the... They're throwing it right in my face as literal Frank Castle is watching this going, I literally read fucking thousands and thousands of comic books. They don't put this much emphasis on any of these characters. They have their moments, but why pushing this specifically at this moment, at this time, literally? So I'm watching. Wanda comes out. she literally looks like Madonna at one point at any one of her rituals. So you got Madonna, and then you have Wanda but her name's not Wanda. That's the character's name is Wanda. Well, who actually plays Wanda? God, I fucking forgot her name right now. I just ruin everything when I do this. Hold on. I'm going to look it right now because I know you're screaming right now. Wanda's this chick. Elizabeth Olsen. Okay. Hey, Alice, how's it going? Elizabeth Olsen. Who is Elizabeth Olsen? The fucking Olsen twins' other sister. So, what were the Olsen twins involved with? Oh, Heath Ledger's death. Look, I'm not making conspiracy connections. I'm fucking showing you what's up. You just watched the Super Bowl and their fucking hell of a halftime event with that jerk. Distorted faces, distorted views of the world, distortion of creation in organic ways, distortion. Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen. Nick Bravo, what's up? Thank you guys for that. What's up, guy? So that's the other sister who kind of wanted to separate. She even wanted to change her name not to be connected to that in the movies and stuff. But she's the Scarlet Witch. And those little chicks are little witches. We've heard all the stories. You hear them there. It's nonstop. You've heard about rituals from me. You've heard about rituals from people that were there. You've heard about rituals from others. You've heard about people talk about the sex traps and the sex trafficking. And it's just non-stop fucking crazy. Right? I don't know about the rest of them. All I know, it sounds to me, the more I talk about them, like they're more of a coven of fucking weirdos. So you have music, television, movies on TV. You have Sabrina the Teenage Witch, who looks exactly like that, to give or take a few things. And they're blasting you non-stop with it, showing you over and 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 over. And then tell you stories with Thor. Oh, it's a Thor story. A Thor. Oh, of course, it's Thor. Right? But you pull the characters out, the Luciferian characters or the whatever, the archetype, it's over and over. It's the same archetype. You ever notice that all the monsters in the monster movies pretty much look alike? Why does it keep happening that way? Why do they keep presenting the same archetypes to us? Every fucking monster movie in outer space, it's the same fucking thing, except Aliens and Predator. They're kind of two different ones. Then after that, all the offshoots kind of look alike. You're like, man, it's like they can't have an original fucking thought. Why? Because they can't have an original thought, or that's what they look like. Why is it that in every DC movie where there's some kind of character like Ares or Doomsday, or in Marvel with the Lizard, they all look like the same guy? Is that what the Anunnaki look like? Are you preparing us? Why does Darkseid look like that? Why does this character? They all look alike. They don't like break it up and make it a little different. It's like, well, he wears a helmet and uses a sword. Well, this guy uses a walking stick and wears boots. It's the same fucking thing over and over and over. And you're like, bro, and what is this? And then it's like some kind of good witch trying to do something and keeping it cute and funny while showing you the spells that are being casted right in front of you. What do you think's going on with all that? Do you think at any point in time you're being sucked into some kind of ritual without realizing it, literally by witches? And I like to have fun too. If you're aware of this and know it, you could shut it down. I just watched the show and it just kind of, it was good acting. I said it was really good acting. Cool concept. Didn't need 9 episodes of that shit. Maybe 4 tops. And you could have made it would have been a great show. You'd have been like, well, that fucking moved well. No, you got 9 weeks of bullshit. Why do they do that? Why do they torment you that way? It's not just my opinion on this. They've done this a lot with many different things. Many. I've been making no sense sometimes lately. All right. And they kind of drag it through. And you always, man, it's like original ideas are like, they're really a dime a dozen. What's going on here? Why are we just doing like Die Hard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Like, you can't think of anything new. You literally can't find one fucking thing good. Not one new original idea. I came up with 12 just earlier today with Paula. We could do a better fucking job. And we can. Right? But so what is that? Why are the songs? Why is Dr. Seuss canceled? 6 books, but NPR blast Wet Ass Pussy. And that's the number 1 song. So you're telling me that nasty motherfucker is cool, but Dr. Seuss is the problem? You're telling me Nicki Manjob, whatever the fuck she calls herself, she's something to look at? And Dr. Seuss is something that shouldn't be teaching? You literally a rapper who can't rap. Maybe you should fucking read Dr. Seuss because you're fucking whack. Right? So they're taking things away while showing you other things like this is good. Transvestites fucking reading kids' books. Like there's that many transgenders in the fucking world that you got to teach a class in class and try to actually get the little kids to change. Wait a second. So you're telling me the school can put your kids on drugs and by law not have to tell you. And then if you try to find out, you could get locked up because we don't have to disclose information to you. So they could literally take your kid and transgender your kid and then send them home. And then if you don't like it, they'll just fucking cut you out. They break up the family. They'll take the kid, put the fucking kid over here, praise the ridiculousness of a 3-year-old. You wouldn't give a fucking 3-year-old access to a gun, alcohol, a 12-year-old fucking, you wouldn't tell them to go fucking have sex with each other unprotected, right? Oh no, they got it. They know what they're doing. Really? But he could transition to a woman? This is an agenda. We know it sucks and it's stupid, and we could fight about details all day, and we could argue inside the pit all day long, but you're in the pit. You're not getting anything done, and you're looking up, and there's this moment where you realize they're standing over you, eating your energy. They're watching me fight with you and argue with you about details that they give you so much bullshit that you're stuck in the minutia of fighting with, yeah, but this, but that, but then he said this, and she said, and then what about by law? It means this, and by the look, they ain't fucking listening to the Constitution. There's something wrong. All the conspiracy theorists all these years have been right. The only thing nobody's been right about is what's happening right fucking now, except the fact that it's happening and that we were right about that. It was like, well, what's specific? No. You got guys like Charlie Ward out there that people fucking flock to. The dude, if you look him up, literally is like 20 years worth of scamming people. Listen, a fucking broken clock is right twice a day. A fucking dummy squirrel will still find a nut every now and then. Yeah, and it shows you that people are just reaching and go, just tell me. And nobody wants to do the fucking work. You think you do the work. We're going to talk about this right now. You think you do the work. I heard something so fucking disturbing that if it frightens you, I hope it does. And I hope you're able to handle it and then fucking deal with it. All right. Because I had to deal with it, and I'm going to fucking place it right out on the table because this is what's up for all you fighting over bullshit and minutia and looking at your partner and giving them shit and looking at the guy next door and telling him to go fuck himself and not this one and that one and this one with no patience and zero fucking compassion for what's happening around you. So you move into 5D, right? Where you manifest your thoughts quicker. Oh, sounds good. It's just like in my fucking intro, bro. Things are happening. That's quicker. Well, sounds good, right? Well, what is this separating the wheat from the chaff? Well, it's taking the dummies, the ignorant, the blind, the whatevers, and putting them over here. And then everyone else succeeds. Really? Where do you fall in that? And how did you get to judge who's that and who's what and is what? Because it also says there's a whole bunch that make it and get there and can't handle it. Then you have to go back. See, I didn't know that part. You're so afraid, your thoughts manifest. So you think you're prepared. You think you're prepared because you think it's all good. It's never going to happen to me, but I got this, bro. Yeah, you got it. You'd be doing it all the time if you had it. You wouldn't be talking so much shit. You'd kind of sit in silence and be humble about it. Right? Yeah, we got this as together. Yeah, we're going to do it. Yeah. Then you get there and you manifest your fear. I don't know what's happening. I need a gun. The gun appears. I don't have any ammo. I need ammo. Blip, blip. The ammo shows up. Start loading it up. I got to protect my family. This is what's happening. Oh. And then the bad guys show up. Why? Because you need a fucking bad guy. Because there's always bad guys. It's always something bad or something with teeth or something evil and dark. And they just come in and you start shooting and you get taken out. You die. Killed yourself. You wrecked the avatar. You're back now wherever you have to be taken to 3D. And I was like, what? They're like, people will be doing that left and right. They fall from that level terribly. Manifest their fear. Sharks, Frank, right? You're the light flash. Solar flash. Oh, it's the event. Holy shit. And Frank goes, sharks suck. Oh my God, they have giant teeth. And here one comes. But I'm standing in the Bronx on cement. How could this be possible? Well, it's right there. What are you going to do about it? Does it eat you? Do you conquer the fear? What do you do? How do you beat that thought? How do you beat those thoughts? How do you beat your fear thoughts? I don't know what's happening. It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world as we know it. And we all blow up. Boom. You're gone. See you. I can't handle this. It's too crazy. I got to get the fuck back. Boom. You're back. Wait. I'm ready. It's time to go. We're gonna do this, right? No, you're back. You can't handle it. What do you mean I can't handle it? I've been preparing the whole time. Literally, Frankie Fearless. See you. Go back. You can come back, just not now. Seen 25,000. No, I'm not. I don't want to do that again. Well, that's what happens. I was presented with that thought, and I was fucked up, man. I'm like, man, it just because they tested me on this, and they did it with squirrels. I talked about this a bunch of times, and they said you're going to manifest your thought. So think of something, but watch what you think of. So I was like, wow, I love squirrels. Boom. And I was like, as I was describing the squirrel, because I was going to make it really fun, a little bit bigger, a little more cartoony or whatever. And that didn't happen. Literally, I manifested like thousands and thousands of squirrels. They were everywhere. They were fucking nuts everywhere. I was like, oh shit. The guy was like, please stop. And it was whatever practice program I was in stopped everything. And they were like, yeah, you got to clean this shit up now. And then I rethought, oh, just the squirrel. I'm like, man, this is fucking hard. Because the next thought could be, fuck this fucking squirrel. Give me a flamethrower. Fuck this fucking thing, right? And you're just like, well, why would I even think that, right? Why would you think that? I thought you were ready. Aren't you ready? Aren't you ready? Take the wheel. Go. What's your plan? Oh, you fucked up. You're back. It's that, just like that, motherfucker. Whoa. Well, that's pretty intense. So, Frank, what are you going to do? What's your plan? You ready? 1, 2, 3, go. I said, I got it. Because I was literally so upset about it. Ragingly upset. Where I was like, fuck, man. Because I think of some crazy shit. I would try to think like the solar flash or some kind of energetic thing happens. Okay, my knees shake. My body shakes. I'm like, oh, what's going on? But I already know this is happening. Something's weird. It's psychedelic-y. And I don't turn to like, oh, I got to protect my family because it's dark and shit. If it's not people coming in my windows or knocking down my door, it's probably not that. So I don't really go there with that. And if it is, I just take care of my business. You'll catch it. All right. But I'm not usually not thinking like that. I'm like, oh, I see a flying shark in the room. I'm like, that thing's got to go. I'm not going to stand here in fear of it. It doesn't exist. But I'm not even going to go there. They're like, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What's your thought process? I have lion brothers. I have 5 brothers. They're all lions. And they're like, yeah, that's it. They're awesome. They're big. They're very overprotective of me because naturally, look at me. I'm the smallest one. I'm little. I'm pink, bald. I got my mane is on my chin. Nothing makes sense here. But there he is, and there they are. And that's it. Maybe I'll go for a fucking ride. Maybe I won't. Where's my ship? What? Where's my starship? Where is, look, don't make me fucking repeat myself. We're manifesting, right? We're not manifesting teeth and monsters and Freddy Krueger. Where's my fucking ship? Boom, the ship shows up. You ready? I'm fucking ready. I'm ready. Yeah, it's fucking scary, but I'm with my brothers. They got me. So it's not scary. I'm with giant lion men. What do you want to do? Your move, chief. Come on, let's go. You in or you out? Oh, I'm in, motherfucker. I'm in. And I'm bringing them with me. And then when it kind of balances itself out, what's the worst that happened? I meet a bunch of brothers of mine that love me, that will help carry me and protect me through this moment while being on my starship. Now, what do you want to do? I got a starship. I already have, there's 3 people I have to pick up immediately. This is why I thought of that. I'm like, man, I said, as soon as the shit went down, if I get my hands on my fucking ship again, I'll come to your house, show you it's real, come to your house, show you it's real, and you are fucking working for me, bitch. To the other guy. So I was like, that's how it's going to roll. He's like, oh, I'll fly that fucking thing. I'm like, yes, you will fly it. Because that's where my reality is going to go. It's not going to be dragons burning fire through my home, setting me on fire and killing my cats or something because of some crazy fucking thought or some kind of weird fucked up moment. It's going to be opposite of that, because it has to be, because if the thing I was witnessing was the scary moment, I have to somehow balance my mind to that. So, oh, it's a scary moment. Well, there's fucking flying things in the air and weird things. Why can't I have a cape and fucking handle my business? Where's Superman? Where's our character? Since it's my reality, where's my guy? Manifest a fucking bodyguard right there on the spot until I get my shit together. You fucking watch out. Watch my back while I get my fucking Professor X mind back. While I try to pull it together, you watch out for me. It's a lot different than load a gun and go chase etheric, manifestations. And I was like, whoa, this is fucking crazy, man. The weak-minded aren't going to be able to handle this. And it's not even a weak mind. It's a mind that runs a little too hard, just in one direction. I mean, we do it all the time. I was just peeing before, and I'm like, and I got to pee right now, right again. And I'm like, why is it got to go fucking, I got to be here for 2 minutes. And then it just got louder and longer. And I was like, what the fuck? Right? It's just, oh, and that one thing, does it get louder? Boom, it gets louder. Oh, it gets longer. Boom, it gets longer. I know that sounds funny, but try to understand where I'm coming from. You can manifest this shit out of control instantly. There's nothing you can do about it. You're not in the danger room. You're not in, what the fuck do they call that? That simulation room inside Star Trek, like their version of it. You're going to literally be in it. We've been training in the simulators, I believe, when we're sleeping or when you're daydreaming and you're going through these weird things, or when you do psychedelics and you're actually witnessing that. We've talked about that on the show a bunch of times, where I'm in a place and you're like, oh, I'm training to do this stuff. It's like the Matrix, not quite the same, but it's like it. They'll show you and then walk you in there and say, okay, here's an example, the smart glass pads. Here, take it, use it. I'm like, I don't, it's just a glass in the shape of my phone. It's actually more like the iPad mini. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Boom. And it just opens. And they're like, you totally know what to do. And I'm like, Frank had no clue. But bro, there I am. And I dialed it up to 10 and boom, the entire room looked like outer space. And I was like, my actual physical brain had problems with it not being real. So I was like, whoa. And they were like, yo, dial it back. And I'm like, what happened? And it dialed to like a smaller image. So now I could just look at it. And I'm like, oh, and you dial it up and you're in it. You dial it down, you look at it. And then all sizes in between. They're like, dude, if you be watching like a war between 2 factions and you dial that up to 11, your mind might freak you out. And you might think, oh, you get shot or get eaten by one of these things, or your mind plays the trick. So you have to better your mind to be able to handle that. I'm like, that's a lot. Have you been in there? It's fucking real. They're like, but there's 4 walls. They're right there. You're not going anywhere. I'm like, yeah, that's the weirdest thing to me. I still don't get it. I don't get how I could run 6 miles that direction, and it's an 8x8 room. I don't know. I don't got all the answers. The holodeck. Thank you. And the danger room. Yes. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Hard light constructs, soft light constructs, holographic construct. I mean, if it's a fucking wall shows up and it looks real to you and you hit it head on, and because your belief is in it that it's there, you're dead. You're just, and I'm like, that's a little crazy because, and they go, why? You got beings walking through your walls telling you that none of this is real. And I'm like, yeah, well, they're in 4D or whatever. They're like, no. That's a flesh and blood dude. A lot of these characters are flesh and blood that you're talking about. Some of these negative guys, they can do stuff out of their body, but they're out of frequency with you, out of vibration a little bit. That's why they're just coming around. They're like, you need to realize everything's just vibration. What they're doing is shifting their vibration so they could just walk through it. They're using tech. That's why they're able to do what they do with you. They're not the ones that are straight using their mind, like the white reptilians aren't coming up here going, we're taking you over. They don't do that. They could do that one-on-one with you, but they're not going to come up here and be like, they're going to use tech for all that stuff. They're going to do a little belt or a little device and be able to walk right through the wall. It's in your mind. How would you train in your mind? You hear me discussing it and talking about it. It's literally whatever your function is to deal with. Like every time someone says, well, you got to go humble yourself. You have to, because I had to do it the other day. You ready? I'm the creator, right? Anunnaki guy grabbed me. We're going to go through this again. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? This is me. He's got me. I'm like, I'm the creator. Look, with the finger and everything. And he looked at me and he's like, I don't care. I don't care. Get over it. Well, get over it. And what did I do? I cried and cried and cried and cried and cried for an hour. This being was like, whatever. I'm trying to fucking help you and whatever. It's just rude and all that. And I cried. And then the crying stopped. And then something in me adjusted. And then I made note of it. And I said, this will never happen to me this way again. And how will you deal with it? Well, there's got to be a version of me out here that could slap him or slap his hand. Hey, don't do that. I'll bring that dude over. Oh, now you're thinking. Little things like this is training you to recontrol your thought. So I can't tell you how to do it. I could show you how I do it, how I overcome the thought. How do you overcome the thought when you're worried about something? How do you stop worrying? How do you force yourself to stop worrying? When you're really sad, how do you force yourself because you're in the middle of something that needs your attention? Or do you cave in and collapse? How do you see something? If a bear runs up out of the woods, roar, are you going to shake? I'm just using examples, right? Like if you're torn between, I think I got it and I got it, you probably don't have it, right? You got to really know you. This is another part of my thing. Everything's flowing right into, I don't even get across that now. Getting to learn you so good that you know that you're not shit, but you're the shit. You have to practice that. You have to train. You have to catch yourself when your mouth starts yapping and stuff's flying out of you, where you're like, well, fuck them. Dial it back. You're not doing it. Doing it wrong. Do less. Do less. Do more. Do too much. Do less. Right? Well, I can't do less. I'm going to fucking do less. Do less. It's just going to be someone standing there telling you these things. If you could see your guide standing there, you'd be like, don't say that. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? They'll ask you, why do you feel that? Well, I feel that way because of, okay. Are you done? Understandable, of course. Are you done? Done. Okay. Are you okay? If you pick it up again over there, you're not okay. If you're looping back to the same shit, you're not all right. You don't got it. I'm not picking on you, Della. I'm just using examples out there. I don't drink enough water. The water's right there. Drink it. I mean, I kind of want, but you don't drink enough of it. Drink it. Hey, yeah, but I'm gonna have the coffee. I'm gonna smoke this, and then I promise myself I'll drink the water. Fail. The body just said I need water, and you're like, I'm gonna dance around this idea. You're doing it wrong. So you're not listening to begin with, but yet you want to survive the fucking greatest thing in creation. But you can't give yourself a sip of water when your body's literally asking you for it. And use this across levels. You know you're supposed to be doing something, you don't do it. You get lazy with it. Fine. Laziness is good. When you say I'm going to be lazy and I'm not going to fucking do it, then you're not hurting anyone. You're not hurting yourself. It's like, I'm going to eat this fucking ice cream and it's going to be fucking delicious. I don't give a fuck. Boom. You eat the ice cream. You feel great. You're not fucking shitting a salad later. You're fine. Right. And then Frank goes, I shouldn't be eating this. And he gets sick and he's all fucked up from it. Doing it right, doing it wrong. You blessing the food? Yeah, but all these things get played out, man. I need to see it in real time. You are it in real time. You're here. What are you expecting externally that's going to save you in any way, shape, or form? Look, Jesus isn't coming. He's here. Not walking around in a fucking robe. He's trapped in a human body with Shiva and all the other guys. They're all here. Everyone's here. Well, why doesn't who the fuck do you want to manifest to save your life? Do you need mommy or daddy? Or are we going to stand up and do this? Yeah, but it'd be really helpful if Donald Trump came in. He's not. You got to do your job. I had to get used to seeing everyone's death face. I don't want to see your death face. You're drinking with me. I'm going to see it. It's going to fucking happen. Right? So I have to get right with how do you get over it? I don't know. How do you get over cat puke and stepping in it and sliding across the fucking floor barefoot when you have to pee? There's this weird thing where I wake up and I have to pee and I have to brush my teeth because my mouth, I've been snoring like a fat fuck the whole night. And I come out here and I fucking smear across the fucking line. Now I got smear on my foot. Terrible. I still got 10 steps to go to the bathroom. And I'm all over the place and my body's shutting down. And I'm like, I can't fucking handle this. You got to come to grips and handle it. Yeah, things happen. It sucks. I don't like it either. I got to get my foot all ungooey. Now I got to clean puke off the floor and everywhere. But it's 4 a.m. and it's hot in here and it's dry in there. And this cat's like, man, I want to play with string. And I really just want a fucking cigarette. I don't have time for this. Well, you better get fucking right with yourself because that's you out of control. That whole thing was just you out of control. Yeah, it sucks. But how do you deal with it? Right? You see enough cat throw up. You're like, oh, I'll get that. You see enough of it. And you'll just go clean it. You won't even think of it. But when I first saw that shit, I was like, yo, what's wrong with these fucking cats? I'm going to have to bring them back. I think they're broke. We're going like this. And they're just throwing up and then walking away. I'm like, it's in the same shape of like what their belly would look like. Right? And then you learn to deal with this stuff on the weirdest levels. Right? When old people are sick and people are, my mother's sick, or not my mother, but people are sick. And then they have to be taken care of in their old age. They're shitting and pissing all over the place. Well, we kindly don't say that because we don't want to upset. What the fuck you think the person cleaning it's going through? It's people like me and my mother and like Paula. We're the ones doing that. It's hard. It's difficult. And how do you do it? I don't know. Let's ask the person who did it before me. Yeah, man. You know what? You just put gloves up to here. And every fucking wipe you change. That's it. It's nasty, but it's beyond that. You're just in the zone. You can overcome it, and you can just do it. You have to learn how to overcome and adapt and do these things. Not clean. I'm using all metaphors. So I hope it works. I hope this works a little bit because you train yourself this way. Okay, I'm get a bad thought. Fuck this. Just go have a cigarette. I call it out. No, Well, who said that? Why would you say that? Yeah, I do want one, but I don't want to hurt my body. I'm finally bending over and tying my shoe and I'm not out of breath again. I started losing weight instantly. I'm like 10 pounds less. I feel great. Like this water weight kind of just peed off of me. I'm like, whoa, look, I fit back into my clothes again perfectly. Still a little thick and need some work. I'm right at 200 pounds. There it goes. I'm about to go into the 190s again from like 215. I was up in that range. And I'm like, well, the only way to do it is to do it. Well, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do squats. I want to jerk off 3 times and play Spider-Man and smoke 2 more joints. Well, we talked about the joint thing last week on the show, right? You can't have joint, blunt, joint. Yo, just have a joint, relax yourself. If you need another one, have one. If that's what you're on. Now, get away from that. You need a smoke, have one. Have a couple of puffs, put it down. Learn to control yourself. Learn that when you get up in the morning, if you're a little cranky, how not to be a little cranky in the morning. Learn that if your body needs water, first fucking thing and last thing, you drink that fucking water. Right? If you know you're going to have to pee a lot and you're going on a long distance trip, you're going to plan to either stop or carry something in your car to pee in, right? I use weird examples and I'm sorry for it, but fuck, man, you got to prepare for these things. You're preparing mentally for spiritual warfare against you. And then you want to see something spectacular, but you can't even stand in your own truth while I'm drinking a fucking Pepsi and eating McDonald's. Oh, no, these French fries are great. They're just loaded with silly putty. Okay. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I'm just saying this is what it takes. They're showing me what it takes, and I'm going, this is difficult. You know, I was having a hard time. I thought not being able to take Juggernaut action figure with me into 5D or something, whatever. I was like, yo, man. And they're like, yeah, that stuff's not going to be there. You have to lose your attachment to attachments. I go, no, I love Juggernaut, but believe me, if the UFO shows up, I'm leaving with or without that motherfucker, right? I'm grabbing Paula, my cats. If my mother wants to come, she's welcome. Dad and my brother. If not, I'm out. I'm gone and see you. And if I don't have a chance to call them, I might still have to be out. I might have to go, yo, I'm in. Depending on what we're getting back at. Like, what are you prepared to do? All the things you say in your head you're going to do, but never do. Paul was discussing this with me. How many $1 million thoughts have you passed up in your lifetime because somebody told you, man, and then someone created it and you're like, I could have been a millionaire. You know, I had the Heist comic book. You know, Fat Joe stole that shit from me. This is real. He stole it. He stole the concept, stole the idea, stole the original drawn comic book, and then gave the original comic back to the guy that we mutually knew. And then 1 year later, got Marvel Comics, had them all on board, and the Heist comic book came out. They removed us, the 5 of us, put the 5 of them in, or the 6 of us. And then there was like Fabulous and Twista and Freestyle and Little Kim and fucking Fat Disgusting Joe, right? Anyway, so they got rid of 6 million comics just by announcing it and it coming out for everybody's that album that came out that year. They had the comic that went with it, and that's how many they got rid of. So I had my brother and I, $10 million idea stolen by Fat Joe, minimum, right? And then us falling into a category of, oh, he stole it from me, so we can't naturally have another good idea, so we got to fight the fucking power. Yeah, you got to fight the power until you go to here, because then we were the Heist, and we got to here, and then some group from the 1950s came out, and we're like, we own that. And I'm like, no, you don't. You didn't pay your upkeep. You were a year fucking late on paying. They gave it to us. I literally am trademarked. It's us. We own it. Go to court. They take it away from me. I'm like, what? We're literally 3 years into this. The Heist. It's us. And the guy goes, yeah, but it's my dream. I go, but you're not fucking doing anything with it, bro. You didn't pay. You had it from the 50s. You know, bands like just whatever, you know, the one name groups that come out, the this and the that and the this and the that. No, the Heist. Right, I own it. I'm never going to do anything with it. It's my dream. I'm like, dude, you're fucking 60 and you're in Jersey and you're doing nothing. and you heard us on the radio, on regular radio, FM radio. Turn on the radio, you heard us. And this is music by the heist. And now I'm in court with you because you didn't do the right thing. You're still not doing the fucking right thing. And they took it from me, and I could fight this forever. And they said, no, if you're going to have heist in your name, you can't leave here today unless you pick a name. And I was there with nobody. It was me because I was the oldest. I was the only one that was allowed there unless I was bringing everybody's fucking parents. And I'm like, this fucking sucks. So I go, I don't know. And the lawyer was like, oh man, let's pick something. Let's get the fuck out of here. I'm like, this is my life, bitch. This is my fucking life. I've been on tour for years, and this is going to fucking happen. And then I remembered, the cheers at the show. I started hearing chants and all this stuff in my head. And I said, well, we do this thing, and they go, heist, click, we go nuts. Heist, click, we go nuts. Pour honey on the donuts. Heist, click, we go nuts. Then Clipper like the skipper on the knees for my coconuts. It was just some fun shit we used to do. And we'd come in, and they'd go heist, click, heist, click, heist. So I was like, all right, heist, click. And they're like, one word. It can't be heist, click. It has to be heist, click. Like heist, click. I go, no, heist, click is I before E. You motherfuckers are dumb. Heist, click. That's it. And I fucking left, and I walked away from it. You got to walk away. Come up with another one. Come up with another one. Come up with another one. But they took that one. Come up with another one. You're a fucking creator. This is the way you do it. You break through in your mind. Another one. I'll just fix the way it would happen. And I'm not going to hang myself on this and become a martyr for something I don't need to be and be a victim. Not going to do it. So you have to mentally do that kind of shit with every single thing that causes you anything less than what you feel it needs to be. Right? Like, why am I thinking about this? Why are you thinking about it? Well, I get trapped in my dreams, and then you're yelling at someone, and it's like, well, they're not the problem. You're the fucking problem. You're the one that's yelling. Are you the one yelling? Are you the one that's putting out all the and you and you and you and you should know better, and don't you know? And shut the fuck up. It's not going to happen. Let it play out. Take a deep breath. It's a psyop. The whole fucking place is a psyop. That's why we are fearless is a heist. It's all a heist. We're all popping off at different times. You're not supposed to know. What do we do with Fight Club? We don't talk about Fight Club. You already fucked up. You want to get punched in your face? Are we giving out names and addresses again? You want me really showing up with the fucking list and really giving you the truth bomb? Then shut the fuck up. This is what we do to people in the Bronx, right? Like, I grew up here. I don't need to know what a heist is. I've been living this weirdness my whole life. But apparently there's people out here that don't get it. You like Ocean's 11? That's you. Except you're the creator hidden in that. Doing your thing. And then just boom, pops off. Bing, casino wins, victory to the light. Person by person. You want a silver bullet for the whole thing, but there is no such thing. You want a pinpoint creation, but you're infinite. You want to know where it goes, but you go on forever. You want to know where it started, but you've always been here. What the fuck is wrong with us? Think about this shit. Really, that fucking burned your mind. Fucking bend it a little bit. If these are the thoughts that you're working with, right, you might have some life in you. Call yourself out. Apologize. Shut the fuck up. Back down when there's nothing to fight, right? Like, it's like someone in your house yelling about one side of things. The world's got to change. It's like, I'm just sitting on the couch smoking with you, bro. I agree, whether I agree or disagree. But, bro, you don't get it. You don't fucking... Dude, calm down. I'm not the enemy. Stop making enemies. We have to work together. We have to be in it together. I get it. You're allowed to explode, man. You're allowed to be like, fuck this place. You're allowed to do it, but then you got to go back. You're allowed to be mad. You could be mad at ayahuasca for giving you a hard lesson. I could be mad at the fucking mushroom. I've thrown punches at my higher self and caught a beating. I'd get him to come in the room under an experience and totally trick him. I think he knew, but he looked shocked. got right next to me, be like, oh, I need a hug. And then boom. And he just look at me and go, bang. You done? You done? You want more? You want more? Bang, bang. You done? I don't think you're done. Bang. And I just sit there crying, broken. Handle your fucking business. It sucks sometimes. It sucks. It's hard. But this isn't fair. I know. But it's not right. I know. So now what do? Do we murder the world on an idea? Or do we go on and create more? We're creators that are infinite. Do you need all of the answers for all of the levels right now? Do you think your fucking brain, if you can't figure out how to wipe yourself correctly or take a shower and be hygienic, that you're going to get the fucking answers you're looking for? Oh, I can handle the ways of the universe, but man, I haven't changed my socks in 3 weeks. Oh, you don't smell that, huh? Yeah, you're really universal with that. Real good. Right? You got to think of all these categories. And when you wonder what's working and what's not working, and how are you going to do this, your mind has to be the power source. You have to have full control over it, because that's what it's like. The conduit, like the Scarlet Witch, is it's like a being that that it's born into this world to connect to that source of energy, so it could be a conduit. Well, what the fuck do you think we are? A conduit to source. Well, that's a lot of responsibility, Frank. I don't know. Well, what are you doing here? You've already agreed to this, so it's not like I need you to tell me anything. I'm literally going to go on without you if you don't make it. Trust me, I will. I'm going to ring the bell for everyone. I don't even know what that means. I know I'll be there, though, and Paula will be there, and my cats will be there, and there'll be a couple of close people with me in my universe. But I'll be able to show it to you at that level. And that's my purpose. What's your purpose? What are you doing? And I'll tell you what, if my purpose changes, I'm good. I'm already the example. I don't know what else to do except be me. I'm not trying to be the example. It just is what it is, right? I learn, teach, and then teach, learn, and then learn, teach again, and then teach, learn, teach. Forever. Infinite. From one infinite pond, jumped into another infinite pond. Infinitely forever. Forever and ever. And ever. The amnesia is challenging, but your source. You're literally God. Capital G. So for as challenging it is, think about all the other things that were challenging from a child to now. And then just think about it. You're just piggybacking off of the unbreakable, unshakable foundation. You're getting rid of programming that is not right, shit that you don't need, right? And you're just getting rid of it. And you're rebuilding your foundations, which then you don't have to go back and fix things. So your awareness grows. There's an understanding. There's a shift in the information. In level 1, it means this. In level 2, it means this. In level 3, it doesn't exist. So you have to get rid of everything you learn and start fresh. Just like first, second, and third grade. In kindergarten, I used to come in the morning and dance. I used to stand in front of they used to say, Frank, sit. I used to do my Pledge of Allegiance and the Hail Mary that they forced all of us to do. We'd sit in a circle. I would paint with my fingers. I would dance. I would read a page of a book of Dr. fucking Seuss. I would shake hands with the person next to me here. We would talk about things, and we go to recess. When I got to first grade, and they were like, what's 1 + 1? And I'm like, 2. And they're like, okay, what's 2 + 2? And I was like, oh, my brain, it hurts. You follow where this goes. And then in 4th grade, we're learning history. And I'm like, well, what did Julius Caesar and God did this and Jesus and blah, 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 right? Concepts you didn't even understand. In the other grades, there was no concept of it. So you just didn't even know this stuff was out there. Moving into different positions as you move in through different levels in your classes. Same shit. Well, you think because you get off into the world and you get a job that you're off that track, the learning track? I became my job and I don't even know what I like anymore. Well, guess what? What are you going to do when you see the light? I didn't even know the light existed, which brings me to something else. My boy said something to me on Tuesday. We had the experience, and then I can't really talk about it. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I said, yo, your higher self came out, and I think it's trying to break through. And he went, I have a higher self. Doesn't have a reference point for that at all. Bronx dude, right? We're all love this kid too. And I said, yeah, your higher self. Like, I was thrown off. I was like, oh shit, we're actually doing this, and you don't even have a concept of what your higher self is. And I have to explain this to you while smoking this. And I didn't get a chance to. It came through completely. I heard him say, I love you. I love you. I love you. And then he said his name and said, no, I love you. Said his name. I love you. It's me. And I went, holy shit. It was like he came in and embodied the entire character. And he couldn't believe it. So it was talking directly to him. I mean, shouting, I love you. It's me. I love you. Saying his name over and over. And I was like, whoa, look at this shit. And when he came back, he was like, man, there's a lot of love in here. I said, yeah, no shit. Everybody else was like, wow. He grabbed me at one point. He was like, can I hold you, brothers? Yeah, I gave him my hand. We kind of did the, and I couldn't tell if he was here or there. And then he looked at me and was like, oh, you're so powerful. You have this thing. It's on your head right here and it's glowing. It's an eye. It's an eye. And he let go of my hand. And I was like, yeah, my third eye just opened. I showed you who I was. What's up, kid? He goes, you're so powerful. He goes, you know what though? I'm pretty fucking powerful, Frank. Frank, I'm fucking powerful, bro. But I always knew that. But you're a good man and you're powerful. And I was like, I fucking love you, bro. I love you. Most intense experiences. Yeah, there's levels of this stuff where it's nonstop. It's forever going. If you're wasting time trying to figure out if it was Egypt or Lemuria, it was. You can get to the details later as your amnesia wears off. Because I think that's what's happening, by the way. I think today was my experience I had today where it was like more than the deja vu. I think the veil is being like more and more and more layers. It's almost like, and it's an onion. You can't just cut it open and just dump it all out onto the floor. You got to remove layer by layer by layer. And it's by person basis. However, in reality, there is no layers. You're just already it. It's just the craziest thing, right? So everyone's subject to their experience at the moment they're having it, period. Right? Which is why you can't be me and I can't be you. But you'll ask me, hey, do you know about this? Yep. Have you tried that? Sure did. If I didn't, I'll say, nope, didn't. You can explain it to me, and maybe it was something that we're just explaining differently. It's the same thing. We're just naming it two different things, which seemed to be a huge problem at TFR. When I was with them, it was literally that issue with everyone. You know, you call it Ralph and I call it Phil, but it's the exact same thing. It's like, but your fucking pride and your fucking ignorance just will not let you back down. You got to be right. Well, you know what? You can go be right. And you can go fuck yourself at the same time. And I will see you again soon. Not them. I mean, you know, when we rise, I'll be there. I'll be there waiting for everyone. Hands down. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Smiling. Not, I told you so. I told you it was real. Now let's go. Just like I said, bro, it's great. Rather than I told you so. Bring you right on board and bring you right in. It's all groovy, man. we're all having our experiences at different levels. You can do what I can do, except I come in here and my specific tune in, my one little power that I have amongst other things is to see up and down in the densities. It's literally one of the things I can do. And I could just do that where I can channel. Yes. Do I? Yeah. But do I do it like you watch channelers on here? No, not at all. Not at all. Do I talk to a room full of people while channeling? Maybe, but I'm unaware of it. I don't sit there and go, yes, come into me and do this. So you have something that you could do that I can't do. Yet, you can move things with your mind. I'll be there soon. I'm not going to be jealous. I'm going to be like, yo, homie, how you doing that? What thought goes through your mind and what emotional thing takes place inside your system right before that fucking thing picks up and flies across the room? You want to tell me how you're doing that? Could you show it to me? Could you somehow give me a direction so I can do it? And if I can't do it now, I'm going to do it later. Why? Because I could do that too. Yeah, well, it's obvious Frank can't run a fucking marathon. Well, I don't want to, but if I had to, maybe I would. There's a lot of ways to do a marathon. You realize that I don't have to run. I could literally get on like a Segway and just take the marathon alongside you. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to get a victory pendant for doing it, but I was there. I did my best. Right? You find ways to just fucking do what you got to do and to be part of it. When I was young, man, I wanted to play football so bad, and they fucked me every which way. When I was finally stopped the bullies, I was just beating the shit out of them. I was in the 5th grade. I was 185 pounds, okay, of fucking thickness. So you just pretty much press on my head and squish me down a little bit. That was me. So there wasn't blubber or fat. I'll fuck you up. Right? 5th grade. So they were like, dude, you can't play football. I'm like, no, I'm gonna play football because I'm allowed. They're like, dude, you're like 15 pounds overweight for the division, the whole division. You can't play, even in the senior division. You're overweight for the next set too. And I'm like, well, it's impossible for me to lose like 15, 20 pounds. I'm in the 5th grade, guys. Like it's going into 6th grade. Like, come on. I'm finally here. You got me as a lion. Dudes were looking at me like, yo, we'll do it. Now, as time went on, everyone got bigger than me. I kind of leveled out at the 200-pound mark and at 5'8". All my friends grew past me. Everyone did. They was like, whoa. And I just went with another 20 pounds. I wouldn't let it take me down. I tried everything. I tried to lose the weight. I jogged, I ran, I did this. No, nothing worked. I tried being in a band my whole life. It didn't work. I was a lead singer of 3 different groups. I can't play an instrument, but I'm great at managerial work. Well, he's a good singer. He's great at managing. Let's just make him the singer and then let him get his gigs. And then the minute he fucks up, we'll just kick him out. I dealt with this shit my whole fucking life until it just dialed in. I just wouldn't let it stop me. And there was miserable moment after miserable moment after miserable moment. And I'm like, well, and I'm just like you. I don't like this place sometimes. I fucking get mad and I hate people and I don't want to hate them. I want to love them, but you make it so easy. I want to fucking, like, I get it. That's us though. That's my problem. I have to control that. It's very important to control that. With great power comes great responsibility, but it's fucking worth it. What have you been doing? If you're listening to this show, it's worth it. You need to do something. For those advanced, need more detailed work because that's what it gets in the details. For the not so advanced, you need to love yourself. You need to fucking breathe. For the advanced class, breathe, expand, protect. Do what you got to do. Then for the really advanced class, just love yourself. It's like, yeah, but the advanced class will understand that. But you get all the way here and it's love yourself. I already fucking love myself. You're arguing the point. I understand it. But more self-love in the right direction that only you could find within you will bring you to that next step you're looking for. So instead of arguing with the messenger, go do your fucking job. There's no king or queen that's going to be like, oh, baby, this is how it works so much better. We're not going to magically just give you money. You have to go take the step like everyone else. Well, I got to put my feet to the beat and make something happen. Yeah. What the fuck have you deserved? Like, people act like, oh, the world owes it to me. Nobody owes you shit. Nobody owes you shit. If you're just a fucking Hebe taking up space, just fucking eating everyone's food, talking shit, you're just a shit talking motherfucker. That's it. Yeah, but shit talking motherfucker, you are correct. Yeah, you got a point. Your point is well taken. But you a shit talking motherfucker. All right, you're coaching from the couch. You know what we say to you? Shut up. We heard what you said. Thank you. Have a nice day. Here's a very special day for a very special boy. Now sit down. Okay? When you start doing the work, the respect comes. Oh, sir. Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, right, sir. Back right at you. Yes, sir. Positive vibes to you. Positive vibes to you. Right? If you think you're a real man and I come along and I'm like, yo, man, I love you, my brother. And you're like, bro, this guy's a fucking fag, bro. He loves me. What does he fucking want to suck my dick? Dude, you're not a man. You're not. Bro, I don't need to cry. I'm a man. You're doing it wrong. You're going to spend your next life as a fucking woman crying and then back as a man again crying to figure out what the fuck you're crying about. Take the coal out of your ass. Do what you got to do. You live by these strict methods, but man, you ask someone to drink some water, they drink a little extra water, you do some vitamin D and vitamin C, you'll be great. It's like fucking pulling teeth. But I don't want to do that. Well, that's how you do it. Well, I don't want to meditate. That's how you do it. Well, I don't want to be nice and fucking love myself more with this motherfucker next door being a fucking, you're doing it wrong. I get it. Time and place. I get it. I get it. People can be rough. And you just want to throw them a beating, or you want to throw yourself a beating. And when you're really hard on yourself, you got to be less hard on yourself. Do less. Yeah, but you don't have to hang yourself in victimhood because you made a fucked up call. At least you made a call. Most people can't even make a call. Most people go, yo, are you all right? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you like what we're having for dinner tonight? Yeah, of course. Then you serve it to them and they go, I hate chicken. Well, we literally told you we were having chicken. We asked you if you were all right. Yeah, but you don't know. I was nervous. Okay. Well, obviously you're doing terrible. Obviously you have a problem. Obviously your computer don't work right. It's obvious. So now I have to be extra compassionate to you for you to understand that. And if I want you around, then I'll have you around, knowing that that's what I'm going to have to deal with. Plain and simple. And that's going to be a marker for me to make sure I'll feel compassion. I'll feel bad, but I'm going to move on. I'm just going to send you love, and I'm not going to sit in that garbage because I want nothing to do with that shit. Yeah, but don't you want it? No, I don't. Yeah, but we can. No, I don't. Yeah, but we could. I don't want to. Get it? I get it. Everyone has their version. It doesn't mean we have to fucking hold hands and take long hot showers together. Just fucking do the work. I'll meet you on the other side. I want leaders around me. I don't want a bunch of fucking people going, yeah, but what else? I don't know. We need collaborators and fucking, your imagination is what makes you genius level, not your fucking IQ and your Mensa score. That doesn't mean shit to me. I mean, it's something. It's great. Right? But so you're a Mensa guy and you're also smart. I could take a test and really do good. Okay. Where's your spiritual? God does not exist. I am an atheist. You failed. Not only does he exist, I'm talking to him, and I'm talking to the version of him that is in complete denial that he exists. Yet he's looking in the fucking mirror and looking right at one of the creators, looking back at him going, no, I know for sure because see, I'm 100% on both sides. I want to know my body 100%, and I want to know my spirit 100%. Plain and simple. I'm not going to slack on either side. Doesn't mean I'll hit that mark. But at least I got a mark to hit. I got something to shoot for. I got something to practice with. And when I fail and I said something, I'll tell you what I said. I'm a fucking dick. See, I fucking always throw me out there. So just to let you know how the thought process goes. And, it's shitty sometimes. It makes me feel like a fucking dick. I came out here stomping around this morning. All the cats were going crazy. They're going crazy. Naturally, all they want is my love. This was not this morning. This was last night. I like passed out, then woke up. And I was like, you little motherfuckers, you don't fucking understand. When I come out, I'm fucking tired. They're just looking at me like this. And I went into this little stupid rant where I was like, yo, fuck you little motherfuckers. I got to feed you. And then I got to play fucking string, but my fucking back is coming. You hear how I'm cursing? I wasn't screaming this. This lasted 1 minute out loud. And I was like, yo, Frank, shut the fuck up. I confronted myself immediately. What are you doing? You're going to talk to Reggie like that? Kadu? No, Kadu's my heart. It was like, no. You said it, bitch. You said it. I'm right here. You're going to deny that you just said that? They're all looking at you. Take a look. You look back and everyone's just like, everyone just wants pets and hugs and rubs. That's it. Love you. It's not like we're fucking claw marking your furniture and fucking ripping your balls back and fucking we didn't come on your calendar and fucking cross everything off. We didn't come over to Juggernaut and stick the fucking Juggernaut's helmet up his ass. We didn't fucking eat your vitamins. We didn't knock shit over. I didn't knock your glass of water over. I didn't break anything. I didn't eat anything. I didn't tell anybody where your drugs were. What the fuck is your problem? And you're like, oh no. It's me, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's 100% you. See, I can't call you a little bitch from up here. I have to be compassionate with you and kind. But, dude, shut the fuck up. And then you're like, dude, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right, well, it was just words. Take them back. Take them back. It's an energy. Clear the energy out of the room. You might not be able to take it back when you tell someone, go fuck yourself. And then they're like really hurt by it. But there's this weird energy that's in the air, right? Because they're animals. They get it. They understand. Well, clear the energy then. Don't tell me about it. Fucking do it. Yeah, but I just do it. And you're like, oh, man, this is fucking crazy. Oh, yeah, it is. You want to be a master of the mind? You do master of the mind fucking things. It's not always a fucking jigsaw puzzle. Sometimes it's other shit. I always think to myself, geez, how does Batman guess this stuff and work his way out of it? And the Riddler, if you riddle me this, Frank, what's the color green and fucking, smells like Miss Piggy. If it wasn't so Kermit's finger, I would never get it. Sorry, that was just disgusting. It was a joke I remember when I was a kid. But I would be terrible at that. However, I wouldn't be able to be dominated by another mind, just like Batman. Right. So I can't do, you put me on stage and you put me in a Jeopardy situation. I'm terrible. You would think I'm good because I come up with quick remarks and all this other stuff, but I don't do good under pressure like that. Like where I'm really trying to just think and have fun. And like, it's just awkward to me. So I kind of become regular Frank guy and people are like, well, he's not really that fun with this. It's like, no, I'm not good at that. Now, all the cameras are on me. All the lights are on me. Some people are better than others with other things. All right, I have to take a break. I need I know I don't want to talk to my kiddies like that. It was me falling short of being me, right? But see, look, this is where I ask you to just understand that there's 12 in a one bedroom, not all inside at once, most of the time, but when it's cold, it's all the time. And per square foot, there's a cat everywhere you look, literally everywhere. So you get worked up. But see, that's in my world. In other world, you might have someone sleeping on your couch. And they might have to get up and get to work, get a job. Well, it's not this. Look, man, this just isn't working out. You have a choice. You can make it work out or not. It's up to you. Thank you so much, everyone, by the way. You got to be prepared for anything mental, the harsh words, the thoughts, the reactions, the look. Look at my face. Frank's very animated. I like watching Frank. How do I have a poker face? I have a pretty good poker face, but I developed it because if you said something I didn't like, I'd be like, you're getting it. It was just that easy. And you'd see it, but there's no poker face there. It's like, I had to develop one. I make fun of Paula. I go, quiet Asian face. And she just goes, see, she can't do it live when I say, oh, be quiet and be Asian. She just does it. She doesn't realize it. I'm like, oh, you're quiet now? Being Asian quiet with me? I don't know what you're thinking, whatever. But when I tell her, do Asian quiet, she can't do it. She starts talking Italian and doing all kinds of crazy shit. Yes, the light's going, it can't do it. And sometimes it's important to be just, and sometimes it's important to be more. And we have to figure this stuff out. And it's never, well, I did it over here, so silver bullet, I win across the board to every level. No. Sometimes you attack the wrist, sometimes you attack the underarm, sometimes it's in the nose, sometimes in the back of the neck, and it's always someplace different. So it's always a different experience. It's like, well, yeah, you got it down over here with this, but when you get to here, it's completely different. You got to put all of it into work, right? All of it. Like if you were learning about fire, right? And you were going to be like a fire elemental, you would learn not just, oh, I have fire and it's hot. It would be the different colors and the different flames and the different temperatures and how you can heat things up and how you could maybe shake someone's hand without hurting them while still burning, or ashes and ember and sparks and ignitions. And I mean, it goes into all this other shit. So it's not just flame on, right? I have fire. I give you fire. No, there's a whole thing. You can't just hand me that. There's a whole thing that comes along with it that you have to know, or that helps. That's very helpful. And as you know this, it keeps expanding and opening. And then you find yourself in alchemy at one point where you're just like digging deep into it. And you're like, wow, this is crazy. Do that to you. Do that to you. Stand in front of the mirror naked, jiggle, do the truffle shuffle, laugh at yourself. Get over that part. Don't feel sorry for yourself. You made it. Others aren't here, man. There are fucking great people that have fucking killed themselves because they couldn't handle the stress. And we're out here complaining because the coffee got cold in less than 60 minutes. I mean, it's fucking crazy. I don't know. Taking a 2-minute timeout. I'll be back. I just got to fill up my water and hit the head. So join me in 2. And this is Fearless. Thank you for being there, Fearless family. Love you so much. I don't even know if that's on.
Manifestation. Things become actually less material, more ethereal. The golden dawn is when we awaken to this new station of life. What you think becomes real quicker. Regain our imagination, regain our inner child, and let that inner child out.
My name is Frank Castle, founding member of the music group Heist Click and New York City Neo Shaman. After a serious injury sidelined my career in 2013, I decided to set out on an adventure to search for myself with the help of the plant medicine ayahuasca. What I discovered waiting for me was something I could have never prepared for. It was time for me to become something more, someone more. It was time I became fearless. In the darkest of nights, gonna let my light shine as my heart beats a rhythm with space and time. When the lights start to shine inside your third eye, you awake to the knowledge that you never die. I'm becoming fearless.
All right. Thanks so much for hanging in there like that. I really appreciate you more than you know. It takes a lot each week to get up here and discuss my personal life. I'm just okay with it. I don't know any other way. I can only teach from my experiences and my lessons and hope that whatever's shown to me, I just tell it to you through the story and we try to talk about it and throw it out there. And then it's up to you to take it, absorb it, redirect it, flip it up, smack it, rub it down. Oh no, whatever you need. All right. So Alice, I have one of the guys in Heist Click. His name's Mr. Burns, right? He lives in Canada, right? He has two Siamese cats that I like them. I loved them a lot. When I slept at his house, they'd always be around. They used to throw up in his fucking shoes every time he went out. So he had like Air Jordans that were ridiculously expensive. And we came in, he put his foot in one shoe and it just overloaded with puke. And then was like, fuck. And then just picked up the other shoe and dumped it. And this was happening every fucking day. And I was like, I don't know how you do. I would fucking hang these cats by their fucking shoelace. I don't get it. What are you doing? And then I had cats. I never had cats. And he used to just go, oh, well, it's just cats, these are my loved ones and whatever. And I'm like, why did no one just tell Mr. Burns to hang his sneakers up? He had a small apartment. Hang his shoes up. Tie his shoelaces together. Hang them on the fucking wall. Put them in the closet. Do something different. Right? So you don't deal with that and want to choke a cat and kill. Can't do nothing about it. When Roxy throws up, sometimes I'm like, oh, you fucking throwing up. Right? She has cancer. She has the tumor. El Cancer. Right? Give her a fucking break, dude. Right? It's like, oh, man. You're right. You're absolutely right. Okay, hold on a second. I have to read this. The problem is that you're getting involved with the politics. I get it. Somebody's got to be in there and fucking listen to it and then slap them down. I get it. And if that's your place, that's fine. If you're gaining awareness in a situation and wanting to know more and travel down that rabbit hole, fine. If you're just sitting there in that shit all the time, I suggest stop watching them because it's a play. It's going to play out. I don't know what your part is, let's say, in the changing of America or the world outside of your consciousness. Like, I don't know what you're physically going to go out and be capable of doing. Or if you're the guy that's in front of the camera one day that just goes, this is some bullshit, and the whole world sees it. I don't know. That's all on the universe and you to work out your contracts and everything. But I can't get involved. Fuck them. Yeah, it's great when I hear Rand Paul go, and I know Rand Paul. I met him a long time ago, but I was doing shows at the Liberty Bell and stuff. And he's like, yo, you got no fucking problems with men being in the girls' room? And they refuse to answer him, and he just fucking throws it down. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I love it too. Right? You highlight clips. Give me the highlight reel. Because all of them are fucking weirdos. And then there's those that are in there that are legitimately, if you saw the second Batman film, The Dark Knight, Harvey Dent, the guy that becomes Two-Face, was Gotham's lawyer that brought down the fucking criminal crime families. And people were like, aren't you afraid? And he's like, no. Fuck them. So you need that guy in there. Yeah, but then you live long enough you go from the hero to living long enough to see the crime. Maybe, or maybe you become Batman. Maybe. We're never going to know unless you do it. I don't know. I love you too so much. We are, yeah. Look, I'm catching up on what you're saying. Lexi, flow and self mastery. Yeah, that's it. And I'm sorry after all these years. I'm sorry, not sorry, but I am. Hey, what's up, Marcus? Um, what's up, John? I don't even remember what I was going to say. Fuck. We're learning from we're babies. We're babies doing this. We're babies. We're starting from scratch, knowing what you think you know, and think you know what you know. The more I know is the more I don't know anything. What's up? It's nice seeing you too, my brother. It is all a script. It's just it's all there. Let me go through here and just see if I'm missing anything. I'm sorry. I have so many thoughts in my mind that I want to go over and tell everybody, and I just want to share. See, this is what's happening. You think you can't do it, you never were able to do it. You change your position, you evolve into the next thing, into what you were meant to be. But I don't know if it was this. Who gives a shit? Evolve. You can question yourself. It's good to question everything, but evolve and do it. Change. Look it in the face. Look, pretty soon, I'm being dead serious. We're not going to be in this place anymore. Right? And it's happening faster than I thought. But other things are happening. My mom's having surgery at the end of the month. I can't tell you about what it is. It's not cancer or nothing. But it's going to put her down for a month. Less than a month, but a month. She's an older lady, so. And in the middle of this, it goes right back to when my grandfather was sick and my grandmother was sick and and it's like, here we go again. I got to uproot, go there. I'm not complaining, but now I'm ready. I know what to expect. I know how to get up and do this and take care of that and handle this and handle my business. And I got to embrace the change. Something that's really good. I noticed that I never noticed before, but I notice it now, that things are lining up as Kevin KG, Sons of the Sun, he's right there in the chat room, as he creates the album. And I already know the music that's coming through and my stuff's written. And as I'm, a little bit more here, a little bit more there, naturally as we go, he's finishing stuff up. He's going to send it over. It's going to hit me as I have to stay there for 2 weeks. And I get the best sound in the basement at my grandparents'. I don't know what it is. I can't get the fucking sound in here I want. But when I'm there, it works. But when I had it last time, I wasn't doing it right. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I'm not beating myself up either. It just wasn't ready. Well, now when it's ready, it's going to drop. See, we've been just keeping it going, not keeping it alive by throwing it in. It's burning in our hearts to do this. So no matter what, we're going to do it. We're going to get it done. We're not forcing a square peg into a round hole. We're creating an area of space to be more of us in. Right? Are you trying to get famous? No. Are you enjoying what you're doing? Yes. Go have fun. Right? No, thank you so much, Lexi. Right? So now the whole world is changing. And where do you fit in? How do you fit in? How are you going to deal with this as the things come? Okay, well, we just talked about all the hard work that you have to do moving into position and being the best person that you can be so you can shine brighter and be more you. Right? How do you do that? Well, you're adapting to each and every new circumstance and experience. You are changing something around you so you can be more of this or that. Oh, so alchemy. So it applies across the board. So moving into a new place, into a new position, into a new time. Yeah, but Frank, you're not going to be able to walk outside and just see your people. Are they really my people to go outside and just see? That the old lady used to look at me weird upstairs, then fell in love with me. Then the people that live upstairs look at me like I'm weird. And I'm like, every time I walk out into the street, even though I'm a little bit of a mayor here, like, hey, what's up, everybody, whatever, the kid next door, the older brother, wants to fucking punch me. You could see it in his face. Oh, who the fuck's this guy think it is? The middle one doesn't give a fuck about me. The younger one wants to hang out with me. The mother wants to hook up with me. The fucking father wants to be my fucking buddy, but he doesn't know what's wrong with me. Is he a Muslim? Is he a fucking weirdo? Is he from Iraq? Is he dangerous? No, I'm an Italian from down the block, dick. It's a fucking beard and a bald head. Get over it. We're not all white supremacists. You know what I'm saying? So do you really want that? Do you really? So I don't need any of this. I have all these weird thoughts walking around, how tight it is and congestion and confusing, and everyone's thoughts and feelings and gunk. That I take a shower, I go for a walk, I feel like I got to take a shower. Everything's just fucked. Yeah, but you could walk to the store and get blunts. So fucking what? So what? So guess what? I'll buy a box of them and then have to teach myself that you can't have one every day. Because you can't go for the walk and just get. This has got to last 3 months before you're allowed to have any more. What do you mean? I want to smoke 2 of those a day. Nope. Because you're going to give that up, and being able to just go down there and buy every day and buy cigarettes and buy this and buy that shit you don't need, that you could literally order and have it sent to you, or just drive to the store and grab a couple of things and bring it back home with you. You will no longer have to be the guy standing outside with all eyes on you going, who the fuck is this guy? When your friend pulls up and goes, hey, man, what's going on? Oh, what the fuck is going on over here? These guys selling drugs and doing drugs. What are you doing? Dude, I'm 50, right? I'm 47, but you got my point. Give me a fucking break. Was it okay for me? When is it okay for Paula? Okay, so now we got all this and we're confronting it. Now what? How do you deal with that? What do you do? Incoming change. Well, fuck it. Let's burn the whole thing down. No, your problems will carry with you. I could leave right now and go fucking Cancun, go perform on stage. Everybody cheering. Yeah. If I'm a dick over here and have these certain problems and think I'm escaping them, I'm going to go there and have those problems there, probably jacked up even more. Okay, so I'm going to start to fix myself, and I'm going to start to get with the flow of things. I'm going to start to embrace the change, see the new things. Instead of looking at all the, I won't be able to do this and I won't be able to do that. How about now I'll be able to do this and I'll be able to do that? I'll just change the way I look at it. I can do this. I can do that. You know what? I can't have I can't really do off-road vehicles and stuff like that, but I could do like fun stuff. Maybe like one of those cycle boards, or, like a little something you could charge up and that does 30 miles an hour. It goes from, you get 30 miles on it or something. I don't know, whatever. You could have a little fun. You can't do any of that stuff here. You get hit by a car in 2 seconds. All your cats, they're food for things over there, but they're food for things over here too. They're literally the walking in front of my house. The camera goes off every 30 seconds. If somebody just walk by. I go outside right now to smoke a joint. I bet you 6 people walk by. It's fucking 9:30 at night. Oh, coming by. Yep, there's another one. Oh, car drive by. Hey, what's up? 6 cop cars fly by. The fucking fire engine's down the block. I'm like, man, I just talking about it. And then I'm smoking. I got to worry about the guy upstairs. Did he see me? Did he say something? Oh, these motherfuckers over here. Is this guy looking at me? You come out into my yard. There's 40 windows of other places looking down into the yard. But from the street, you see the yard's recessed. You would think, oh, this is the most private spot. And you get in there and you realize that they could see you. Everyone could see you through your windows. You just have your windows open. Frank came out of the shower again. There's his balls. Like, I'm being dead serious. The older we get, dad likes to walk around in his fucking boxer shorts or whatever. You do slip up here and a titty pops out, everyone sees it. Everyone. Right? You have a loud enough orgasm and scream loud enough, everyone knows you're having your fun. You fart too loud, you hear them laugh upstairs. I'm done. I'm kind of done. Okay, so we take all these things and I go, okay, and what's the new? Well, I could run around my house naked. I could have people over for ayahuasca. I could have it on my property. I could do all kinds of weird shit here. I could grow anything I want. I could eat anything I want. I can have my privacy and my security. But you can't go for a walk and go down and hang out, over here. And it's like, well, did you really do that anyway? Is that what you really did? Is that what you wanted to do? Because wouldn't you be doing it right now if you really wanted to go to the beach and go down to fucking Orchard Beach? Is that where you want to go? Because that's where you would be. You haven't been there, and you go once a year. Is a pool that important if you're only in it once a summer? You start to embrace the change of the new incoming things and just getting rid of this other shit. I don't need it no more. Yeah, I get it. It's easier to fucking get a joint, right? Well, go grow it. Go take a chance. Grow your own food. Well, I can't grow anything here. Well, then maybe you should be going where you can. Can't own any kind of weapon. Maybe I want to go where I can have one so I can have security. Maybe I feel at this point I deserve it. So I start to embrace these other things. So it's like how you choose to deal with this is how it's going to go down. Everyone's worried that, oh, Frank's going to have a hard time embracing the change. Well, when I moved to Florida, the worst part was the silence at night. But then I lived in a condo complex, so anything I did, it was loud. I could fucking hear this fucking asshole. I'm a louder guy, right? So I talk loud, I do things, and I go, right? I do that all night, all day. If you can't fucking handle that, don't want to hear that, I don't want to be around you. Right? I don't want my shit to be out there no more. So I start to say to myself, I'm going to embrace the change. But then it's going to be because I hear people like my mother, she'll say something like, yeah, but I'd like to walk to the store. I'm like, how many times you go to the fucking store? The store is literally 200 steps. What are you getting? Cold cuts? Chicken? You can't get that shit and put it in a fucking freezer? Yeah, but the walk down there, is there anyone that you see that you actually like? And she's like, well, no. Oh, me neither. You ready to go? Embracing the change, becoming fluid, evolving into your situation. Evolve into it. Embrace it. Yeah, it sucks. It's sometimes it really sucks, but sometimes it really doesn't. And sometimes that weird transition part is like, for those of you that do psychedelics, when you go frequency to frequency, it's like this vibration happen. It's like you're here, everything's fine. And then a vibration, a frequency, everything, and then it levels out again. And you're like, oh, ETs are in here. Reptilians, grays, these guys. Oh, everything's robots. Everything's this. So you're just shifting your frequency. But when you sit in the frequency shift, it's shaking, it's nerves, it's anxiety. I don't know. Am I dying? Am my fucking hair falling out? Like, this don't work. My back hurts. Tune in. Come on. Oh, there we go. Everything's good again. That's what we're looking to do. So that crossover is the hard part. And a lot of times we go to make that leap of faith and we think it's a 30-mile jump. It's something out of the Matrix, and you're jumping a 3-inch something that's 3 inches. Yeah. What is a baby cucumber? I told you I wasn't good at those things. I just want to take a look at my notes because yeah. Okay, so I told someone that I would speak about demons and what I think they are. Okay. I'm going to say this. Everything is inside the hologram. Demons, angels, Anunnaki, gods, Galactic Federation of Light, Galactic Federation of Dark, everything in between, Smurfs, midgets, dwarfs that are 20 feet tall that carry axes, centaurs, hookers, weirdos, pimps. It's all in the Matrix. Inside the hologram. Doesn't exist outside. Sorry, it doesn't. Been out there. It's different. It's actually really cool. and all those dirty thoughts and dirty deeds and all that doesn't exist. I know it's hard to wrap your mind around and your head around. So demons would be beings that are part of the holographic projection, which means they're programs written into the systems that can be run by a conscious. It's all being run by source. So it's being run by consciousness, but it's their job. It's like they're written into the program to be that. And you can be that. You can come in and be a demon, live this weird long creation, and maybe get transmuted by someone, you know, and then you're transmuted, you become something else, you come back and you come in as this, right? You can be an angel, you can fall from up there, you're not falling, you come down in frequency, and then you densify within the density that you're in, thus making you part of the cycle. So if you come down as an angel and you stay too long, you densify, you harden, you become like me, naturally like me, not like me, you're different but the same. So you can be killed, then you will be recycled into the system as Phil or Bob or as Gina or as whoever. That's what happens. That's why I keep saying they're all here. There's no one coming to save you. Everyone's here already. We're all here. We're all here. We're all here. This should be a fucking joyous moment where we tell everyone no. We look at each other and we hold each other's hand and we just look back at the crowd. This isn't singing Kumbaya. We tell them no. And we just walk a little closer to them. You ain't doing shit if you're surrounded by love. You get it? So the demons that are working are just part of the program, just like your flesh is part of the program. Like you come in here and you're part of the program. Yeah, but I'm not from the program. Exactly. Well, they are part of the program, but not the soul spark isn't from here. Just like you, source, playing that role. So you're in. Now, I'm not going to get this 100% on all values, all layers correct. This is how I see it. You're in free will. To have free will, on this side, you need to have the angel. On this side, you need to have the demon, the duality. It needs to be there. To have the one, you need the opposite of it. So everything exists within it. That's why when somebody laughs and says, no, there's no such thing as UFOs, but they believe in Sasquatch, or they believe in the paranormal, or they believe in Jesus. And I'm like, you're fucking bullshit. You're bogus, bro. It's all real or none of it's real. Doesn't matter even where you're fucking panned in on. That's just a personal opinion. It's a good, cool theory, bro. Needs more dragons. Open your third eye. Boom, dragons. See, now there we are. So the demons are just as relevant as everyone else. That's why they want their seat at the table. That's why when there is a table conversation, they are there with the ETs and everyone else. Everyone from the hologram. Everyone's represented inside the hologram. Don't be confused by the deception matrix that we've been trapped in forever or for a long period of time to the actual hologram that everyone is sharing universally on all levels. From like, let's say 1 through 12, you know, 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, 60, 70, 8D, 9D, 10D, 12D being source. And then being out of the hologram, that's out of time space in another area where a lot of that shit's real on top of what you just witnessed in the hologram. The holographic net that was wrapped around us gives us fakes and mimicry of creation. That's why it's this dark path and these dark characters. They can only mimic the true creation. That's why you're like, oh, and this brings me to my next thing, the mark of the beast, the mark of the beast. And then you get Bitcoin and they go, oh, Bitcoin's mark of the beast. I'm like, no, the mark of the beast is the fucking injections y'all are taking. You're like, we needed a fucking virus thing to stick in my body. Anal swab me and look down my throat, up my nose, in my asshole. You're the mark. That's the mark of the fucking beast, not fucking blockchain. Decentralized blockchain is life. It's literally life. It's your DNA. It's your fucking DNA. You're made of it. Centralized blockchain is mark of the beast. All right. Your Ripple fans, people that like Ripple cryptocurrency, centralized. Yeah. Mark of the beast. You might say, no, not my Ripple. Yes, your Ripple. Anything that supports the system can't be here no more. Got to go. I get it. Just because you can make some money with it, don't mean shit. You're still part of the system. You got to go. Bye. Bye. But what about this stuff, Frank? No. You're going to justify the poison? You're going to justify a shitty cancer frequency with me? How fucking dare you? No, it's got to be chemo, and then that's it, Frank. Oh, they know best. Oh, okay. So none of us grow up to know anything but what they know is best. Yes, sir. No, sir. Right upside down. Get the fuck out of my face. This is why, even in this world, it's hard to help people because you want to suffer. You want the pain. You want it to be shitty. You're like, no, but I'm used to this. It's like, yeah, but that sucks. It's like, yeah, but who are you to tell me it sucks? It's like, no, I'm not telling you. I'm trying to show you the ascension. If you don't want to be part of it, you can sit in fear in front of your fucking TV. Do what you got to do. Just get the fuck out of here then. What the fuck are you doing here? This is where you don't want to be if that's what you want. Yeah, but I like this. I like things. Dude, I like some shit too. I like watching fucking certain things, man. I'm right here on my fucking giant screen. You know, sometimes I like other things. I can't even think of things that I like that are part of the system anymore, but there are a bunch. I used to like sports. Big sports head. Music. Oh, the fucking satanic music industry. Like, just on and on and on. It's up to you to make the change. Well, the music's satanic, so Frank lost his whole career over the satanic music. Say satanic one more time. Is satanic. Say it one more time, right? I'll just make music as the light and put it out. Why? Because they have fucking TuneCore now. I don't need to be signed. Fuck them. I don't need them. Yeah, but then it won't be what? Yeah, man, I was taking a shit one day and Chance the Rapper hit me up on Twitter. Right? Y'all heard of Chance the Rapper, right? The fucking famous dude that made himself famous. I don't know if he signed to the system now, but wasn't part of the system at all, doing it on his own. You know, he made more money than God, right? I was like, yo. He was like, hey, man, how you doing? I was like, taking a shit. Thanks for hitting me up. He's like, I hit every single person that takes a moment to even share with me anything. Their like, their comment, they followed me. I love you. I was like, oh, I fucking love this guy. Love him. If I never talk to him again, he hit me. Blah, blah, blah. Now, he went on to become pretty popular. He did his thing. And he didn't need them. All right, granted, there are points and positions where there are people holding keys to doors that you just don't have. And then you have a dude like Tom McDonald's who's just kicking them in, which I don't trust him either, even though I want to love these guys more than fucking life itself sometimes and be like, yo, this guy's a great rapper. He's awesome. Fucking awesome. But the whole demonized thing and then his girlfriend being a little satanic chick as well. But then you hear their words and you see their actions and it's kind of opposite of satanic. I don't get it. So I'm having a problem. Well, once again, stipulations on your fucking love, dude. What if people just look like that and they're just digging their style and mind your fucking business? Do you like the music or not? Is he hurting you? Is he dumbing you down? Is that dude dumbing you down? No, he's actually making me smarter. Is he helping the situation or hurting the situation? Well, he's not hurting me in any way. But the whole demon face. Oh, so it's a peekaboo thing. Ooh, I'm scary. Okay. Ooh, hey, you ready? Watch this. Watch this. Hey, Frank, you're hurting my feelings with your face. You make good songs, but look at your fucking face. Oh, I see what you're doing. I fucked up again, didn't I? Yeah, you did. Can't you just look at something subjectively? Enjoy it if you like it, even if it comes from that thing or that thing or that thing. Can't you just pull yourself away from it? That's what the masters do. They're like, I like the song. And you're like, dude, that's Britney Spears. It's totally MK Ultra. And it's like, yeah, but the lyrics in it are actually good. I enjoy it. And I hear the beat and I want to dance. So I'm going to not dance and put a stick up my ass because of this. I'm just going to dance just like you ate the fucking whole ice cream. You didn't get fucking problems in the bathroom later. I'm not going to have problems with demons later. Because I'm good. I understand what's going on, but this makes me want to shake it. And ain't no demon attacking you when you're shaking it. Trust that fucking. When you're in the groove and you're truly feeling it with your heart, there'll be demons all around you. You'll dance right through them. Dance right through them. I believe all this stuff is losing its power anyway. right? Well, the demonic will get more demonic. You'll see it. People that really want to stick with it will see it, but then they'll start to see what it really means to be part of that. And they'll either want to get out, or maybe it's a demon in the fucking body, running the body. How do we know there aren't other beings? And I talk about this all the time, in bodies running them. And you think, well, that's just Phil. And it's like, yeah, you see Phil on the DMT and it doesn't look like a fucking light body, right? It looks like a dark body. And you're like, well, so he's still human. And he's having the human experience. Yeah, but he's animated by that. It just is what it is. Well, he's a pretty good guy. You know, actually, he watches the kids, and the kids are pretty good. We got the camera. They never did anything wrong. Well, see, can't be so judgy McFucking judgy all the time. Well, I stand by my principles. Maybe you should work it. Maybe you should learn how to not be such a stick, because on the light side of things, you can't just wear a robe and give everything away. It's not about that. You can have whatever you want. You just can't be attached to it. Right? If your house burns down and you kill yourself because of it, because you're like, all my shit's in there. I and I can speak from this experience. I've had a house fire. I lost everything. I had my school clothes on. I had my fucking school, no toys, school books. Be sure I toss those school books. Fuck these fucking things. I gotta have school books, but I can't have my He-Man. Right? If you go and kill yourself because you lost everything, then your attachment to that is just it's too much. It's too much. You shouldn't want to kill yourself because you lost J. Jonah Jameson in the fire. You know, you could replace J. Jonah. Yeah, but it'll take me years. You know, you could replace J. Jonah. You cannot replace yourself. You can't replace the kiddies. You can't replace all this other stuff. But that's what you're worried about? Nobody was killed. Nobody was. I mean, I lost everything. I had nothing. I remember going, Jesus, there's nothing. Space Jesus. There's nothing. And they were like, look at the house. And it was just like concaved into the basement. It was a 3-floor fucking place. It was the whole corner lot. Crazy, man. And we built up. We rebuilt. Grandma helped. Grandpa helped. Everybody helped. Everybody takes a community just for me to go to Florida and lose my shit again. How many of you have been in relationship after relationship, just keep losing your shit after restarting? Yeah, it sucks, but you do it. Stop complaining. It sucks. You could say it sucks, but don't let it ruin you. Okay, last thing on tonight's thing. So demons, oh yeah, I'll say a few more things. They can inhabit people. They've been around infinitely long inside the hologram. They're in a base position in density all the way down. Lower. If that's the floor, they're under it. And then under that. There are entities that we consider demons that aren't from under. They're from inner and over there and over here and over. So our definitions of these things are a little weird. But I'm going to have to say, so if it could jump into you and take you over and you need an exorcism, that would be a demon. But what if it was also a being like me who jumped out of my body during ayahuasca and jumped into yours? Because that's my modality. I'm like, fuck you. And then you need to get me out. Am I a demon? No, but you're acting like one. Well, what makes you not a demon? Is it the things you do? Is it what you look like? These things reside usually etherically in lower densities, and they help balance. You'll see angels telling demons to go fuck you up. You'll see your angel, and you're not listening to him, and you got your contracts to fill. I got to learn these lessons while I'm here. The angel will roll on the demon and go, listen, you're not doing your fucking job. You know, Frank's got 12 lessons. He's got to learn how to get punched in the face, robbed in the back alley. Like, what are you doing? And the demon's like, oh, word, it's on. And boom, it starts. Without that, you don't get nowhere. Without that balance, you know, and the demon will come to the angel and be like, I'm done. I'm tired of this. It's your job now. He's working with the light. Get him the fuck out of here. He can't be in the dark area. We can't have him here. He survived it. He's going from, 8th grade to 9th grade now. And from, kindergarten to 8th, it was kind of like a little weird and it was dark. He lost his house. Parents got divorced. Fucking drugs everywhere. You had to move in with grandpa. Mom throws him in the street in his fucking underwear. Everybody sees Frank running around the neighborhood naked and he's the crazy one. Like just all kinds of weird shit. Now things are going to balance out a little bit. So the next 20 years is going to kind of go in this direction. Then you make a lot of money and you're going to go to Florida and fuck the whole thing up, go right back down again. And then in 5 years, you're going to pull yourself out of it, become a different character, become a rapper. Man, I don't even like rap. Get the fuck out of here. You're going to be a rapper and you're going to do it for 20 years. You're going to know all these people and all this shit. Then you're going to break your back and neck and you're going to fucking find ayahuasca. What? Oh, yeah, you're going to be a federal inspector for the USA. What? Just go, man. Just go. Go and do. Don't let the demons stop you. Don't let the angels stop you. Don't let anything get in between you and that. But also stop and have coffee with them once in a while. See where they're coming from. You're never going to understand them unless you don't. You go roll up on them and be like, why do you do this? Say the same thing you would say to the angel or the demon. Why do you do this? Why are you here? What brings you to this place? Oh, we were here before you. Oh, were you? Okay, no, we weren't. We were here in the hologram before you entered the hologram. What? Well, you wrote us into the program so it would work. Oh, okay. Call them on their shit. And watch how fast Freddy Krueger becomes this big and he's begging to be released. Oh, get me the fuck out of here. I don't want to transmute him, squish him, hit him with cake, send him on his way, whatever. It's up to you. You're the creator. There's no wrong way to do this. I can't ever tell you how it would. The negative is the best teacher. Without it, you wouldn't fucking know anything, man. You wouldn't know any better. Like, you can't stick your hand in the fire. When you're a kid, you'd be like, hey. My father's like, no, be a tough guy. Put your fucking hand in there. And I was like, yeah, I'll fucking. Ah! Well, you told me you would do it. I didn't tell you it wouldn't burn you, dummy. You don't feel the heat. Now, maybe that's not the best way to do it, but I'll know never to touch that fire again. It doesn't have to be such an extreme experience, but you know where I'm getting at. Learn to work with yourself. Be the captain of your ship. Become the captain of your ship. Take the fucking responsibility. You're better off. It's the best place to be. There is no... And anyone that says different doesn't even know. Well, your source in the body. It's literally capital G, God, in a body. Oh, bro, I just can't handle it. Best news in the world. You seem to handle news about all this other stupid shit well. I don't know why this wouldn't be the greatest thing since kittens. Right? I love your comments, by the way. Everybody's comments. We survived. We're here. This is what I mean. Without the demon, you wouldn't have made it. You would not have made it without the demon. It wouldn't have meant anything. You'd think that fucking life owes you everything. Right. Right? Come here. You want to come up here and say hello? If not, no bueno. Right now, I'm mad fuego. I've been practicing my Spanish. It means I'm mad hot. Fuck out of here with that shit. Just kidding. I got to keep my stuff fresh. But yeah, negativity is the best teacher. So many people used to yell at me. Man, be up in the front row. There'd be fucking chicks everywhere. And they'd be like, ah! And the dudes will be like, this fucking dude sucks. You fucking suck. And then people would be like, ooh. And I would just look at him and be like, yeah, at the show, right? Thanks for the ticket, right? You paid the ride, you're going to take the ride. And then just smile my fucking way through it, right? But the whole time, I have to block that because if I let that in, so if I didn't have someone going, you fucking suck, bro, I maybe not turn up the notch and become better even. because it bothers people. That's why I don't speak live. I don't like to speak. It makes me so nervous. I wonder what everyone's thinking. I'll tell you what everyone's thinking. What you look like naked, and would they fuck you? Everyone's thinking the same thought. Everyone's thinking the same thoughts. It doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl or a whatever. They're all thinking the same thing. The alien takes the podium. 90% of the crowd's going to go, I'd hit that. All the guys would. I guarantee you 90% of the men were saying the same thing. And the women, if they're looking at one, well, maybe. Good moral qualities, man. First thought, right off the page. We hide behind such stupid shit, man. Such stupid stuff. You got to get with the program. Really get with it, or it's going to crush you. We systematically take apart the system. That's what's important. Now, for the final piece of tonight's show, for the final act of tonight's show and the performance, I just want to talk about cryptocurrency again. And I want to talk about silver just for a moment. I was having a mental breakdown about silver the other day and price ratio and weird stuff with Bitcoin. Reggie, do you want to come up here? No, I'm not going in the kitchen. So I got nervous with Bitcoin because I've been telling Bitcoin. And yes, Bitcoin, you should have Bitcoin. You should have it. Like you should have silver and you should have it. But I've been thinking about my ratios, right? And maybe you guys that are better at math in this world, because I'm pretty much a dummy, but I see money that makes money, makes money makes money. That's what started happening after I spent money on myself because I'm worth it to make money from my future because I am worthy. It's worth it to pull the trigger. But at $50,000, you put in $1,000. For you to get $2,000, it's got to go to what? $100,000, right? That's how this works. So at $1 million, you can work your numerical value straight up on what your $1,000 would be at this point. However, if you buy silver, because my math was a little off, it's on, but it's off. Silver, if you bought in Bitcoin at like 1,700 or 2,000, it's the exact same formula as what I'm going to speak about now. But it's that Bitcoin's already at 50, but you need to have it as a storage of value. If you don't have it, I feel like you will be left out of some wealth situation at one point because we're holding this as a storage of value and it's working. There's confidence in it and it's like causing a demand on the old system to break. Okay. Well, we don't take their vaccines. We don't take their fucking shot. You go, fuck off, take your Coca-Cola, shove it up your ass. We buy a fucking farm, liquidate any bullshit we don't need and go into our positions. Okay. Bitcoin is a storage of value, but the numerical value at 50,000 to $1 million is big if you're throwing in 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, and you're going to buy a Bitcoin. So when that flips, 50 becomes 100, but 1,000 becomes 2,000, 2,000 becomes 4,000. All right. Where do you make money when it comes to like Ethereum being at $1,500 going to about 20? If I put $1,000 into Ethereum, will I make more money on the Ethereum going to 20,000 at the price it's at right now than I would if I put the same amount into Bitcoin and watch it roll to $1 million? I don't want you to get the wrong idea when I'm like, just do this. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm doing what I'm doing. And if you choose to do something like it, that's on you. However, Ethereum's fucking really good. And I was talking to Nick Zervos, shout outs. Like silver and Ethereum are like the same thing, right? So silver is a technology. It's used in all the technology. Ethereum is technology. It's going to be used as technology in all your technology as the blockchain comes. You're seeing people now, they're using the Ethereum network to do these things called NFCs where they're selling like Banksy art. So that's a guy that does artwork. And he did the original artwork and then they digitize it and destroy the original artwork right in front of you. So then you purchase it through the NFC and you're the sole owner of that. It's basically a picture of the art digitally. However, you can buy music that way. You can do all kinds. I think the Kings of Leon are going to put their album out on NFC. I think that's, I don't know if my acronyms are correct, but you could get paid in Ethereum on the Ethereum network by selling your songs on there. You could accept Bitcoin and Litecoin and Dogecoin and this coin and that coin. Okay, so the rising tide raises pretty much all the ships, but not all of them are going to make it. I'm going to tell you that right now. So things like Dogecoin have a little bit if you're into it. Silver, you should have. Ethereum, you should have. So don't honey dick the Bitcoin because you hear me screaming Bitcoin. There's a top 3 tier. I do Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, but I don't even fuck with Litecoin anymore. As it goes up, I'm making money, but it's in like the hundreds. Like if you have 20 Litecoin you bought in at $15 and now they're 150. I'm like, I want to see that at 5,000 or I don't even want to talk to you. Like that's where I'm at mentally. So I got to just keep it there and just be like, whatever. At the minute I feel that it's not going to be justifiably good, you're out. I'm going to transfer my shit straight up into one of the other things. Now I was looking around. I use the Exodus wallet on my computer. I'm going to open my Exodus. I can't show it to you, but I'm going to just open it so I could speak on what this thing can do. So where is this thing? Here we go. Use an Exodus wallet to just keep some stuff on there. You're able to use the exchange on your Exodus wallet, which is basically it's not on my browser like in Google or anything. It's like in my computer. So I have to like put it in my taskbar at the bottom and load it into the system, right? So it has your portfolio, all your wallets to show you your little updates on each category. So if you're using, like, I'm looking at Gnosis right now, it shows you how much you have, what it's worth in the USD, any status updates that needs, you can send or receive. So that's in your wallet. Then you go to the exchange. Now, say I have Bitcoin and I want some Ethereum. You can just transfer it right here. It's like a shifting of it. So you just Bitcoin to Ethereum. It just works itself out. Well, what else can you do? It has BitTorrent, EOS. Oh my God, Salt, Tron, XRP. There's 100 of them, right? 100 of them aren't going to make it. I'm just letting you know now. There's going to be thousands. But the ones, as you're watching them rise, you're getting insight as the coming technology. So this was my point. The price of ETH right now, and I think it's 1,500 to 20,000, might be better if you're putting 1,000 in or 2,000 in to the 20 on the 5-year long. Or do you feel your 2,000 in Bitcoin, which you should have anyway? I'm just using these numbers. That it at 50,000 has to go to 100,000 for you to make another half, right? Am I making sense? So if I put in 50, when it flips to 100, I make another 50, right? So now I have 100,000 in Bitcoin. If I put 50,000 in Ethereum at 1,500 and it flips to 20,000, I'm a multimillionaire. You see where I'm working numbers now? So I was a little off last week and I was screaming, just Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin for me. I'm not even going to lie and bullshit you. I'm just going to read some stuff. So there's earn interest with your own crypto. So they have the ability for you to earn interest on your crypto by submitting your crypto, certain currencies, certain ones. It's not all of them, where you like pledge them forward to the system. The system does some magic, gives it back to you with 8% at the end of the year or whenever your contract's up. So you're guaranteed the percent to go up with Bitcoin. So if you put like 3 Bitcoin in, you get back like 3 point whatever Bitcoin, 3 point something Bitcoin. It would be like an 8% increase or a 6% increase every year, or whatever the quarter is, whatever the value is to whatever the time system set up. I was looking at this stuff today and I'm like, holy shit. So they have DAI on there, DAI, and they're like, yo, you can pledge DAI and get 8% back on it. So as it's going up, so it's cheap as dirt. I mean, it's fucking ridiculously cheap. Now, I'm not saying go out and get that, but I'm saying if you had $1,000 in that, which is weird that you would have that, but if you did, and then you were able to put it in an account that makes 8% on the year or on the quarter or on whatever the contract length is, you're getting 8% more. You're never touching that again. And you got to hope, though, that DAI floats, right? The DAI company makes it through, but you're making money. So if you have one of the coins is Neo. So if you have Neo produces gas. What's gas? Gas is like gasoline. So you need gas to run the Ethereum network. So it all seems to work together. The only way to get gas is to have Neo, and the only way to get Neo is to buy the Neo, and then the miner, like, I don't know, I click a fucking button on here and it says earn gas, and then boom, it produces gas. Gas shows up as a percentage, so you have 6 gas, 12 gas, 8 gas, 2 gas, and you're like, oh shit, what is that? I don't know. Well, it's building up in my fucking account is what I'm getting at. So the longer I'm holding it, the more these things are happening. So now what happens if DAI goes up and you pay, it goes to $1, and let's say you paid you got 10 for $1, and then it's kind of like dying out after 5 years. You're kind of like, I'm not fucking feeling this, but I made $1, I spent 1,000, and now I made all this money. You can shift that shit into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. You can pick the next character running. You can take some out, you can move it here and here. There's all kinds of things you can do with this. You can trade with it. I'm not a very good trader. I don't tell people, oh yeah, go trade. You can make a lot of fucking money, but I watched a lot of close people lose all their Bitcoin that way because they don't stay on top of it. They think they got it, and then they don't, and you miss once, it's all gone. Right? It just drops too low, and you lost 20,000. I can't lose 20,000. I need to make 20,000. So I hoodle, and I shift, and I move things around. And I just keep throwing $1, $10, $20, $100, $500, whatever I got. When I'm just throwing out numbers. And then as I'm looking at, so let me finish. It has a reward system on here inside the Exodus wallet, and you could purchase shares of the actual Exodus program and then be a shareholder that way. That seems to be a new thing. Companies are going live, like Cycleboard is going live, and I really like what they do. They're way too expensive for me to have right now. They're like the boards with the handles on them, but they're all electric and they go up really good hills. You can go off road with them and shit. And they're great for people with disabilities that can't get around, need get in a tight little space, but don't want to use a Segway kind of. And I believe in that. Right now, their shares are $7.25. Now, if that share you buy in, buy $200 worth of fucking shares, and the shares go to $100. You see how this works. So companies have been going live this way. So as I play around with the cryptocurrency, I'm watching all these other things take place, and it's involved. I want to get involved, but I can't OD. But if you got extra money floating around from getting 8% on something, and then you cash out that 8%, or you're not cashing it out. That's the wrong thing, because then you're paying taxes. You're never cashing out. You shift it over to something else, into another coin, into another part of the currency, right? So if you were going to Disney and you're like, oh, I need Disney crypto, you can shift the 8% that you gained over the year, and then you put it back in to make another 8%. And then you take that and you go enjoy Disney because it went to $10 and you bought 1,000 when you can get 100 for $1. So you can play, when I was calling them the penny stocks, you can do this and really rip into it. Some of the crypto I have, and I don't really like some of them, and some of them I can't even get rid of because they don't. I'll explain. I have OMG, right? About $171. You got 33 of them, right? It's been sitting there forever. Some Gnosis, I got like 852. The price is only 268. I got Tron, about 7,000, and I got 7.5 thousand, and they're not even $400, not even. XRP, I got over 1,000 of them, $650 or $15. Some Salt, I don't even like Salt anymore. I got 241 at $62. If any of these coins go to a couple of dollars, we're rich. It starts the process of getting wealthy. I have some EOS. I got 30 of them for $113. Well, if none of these things are going, right? I'm missing an asset in here. I noticed. Just don't remember what the fucking asset it was. Oh, BitTorrent. That's the one. So I got 18,000 BitTorrents, right? And where is it? $2.25 fucking cents. What am I going to do with that? Right? But if that goes to $1, we're in business, right? But not all of them are going to $1 because all of that was only $2, right? So you're like, oh, I fucked that one up. Did you really? It's $2. Come on, you've lost $2 in the fucking in the car in nickels or something. Let's see. Is that putting in the same amount of money, Sphinx, at right? So if I drop 15 to 21K, how much did I put in? If I put $1,000 in, is it going to make me more money in Ethereum or is it going to make me more money in Bitcoin over the long run? That's how I'm thinking. So yeah, 7 times to 21, that's great. I don't know, man. I'm a Bitcoin guy, so yeah, 20 times. Jesus, space Jesus. As you start working with the bigger money, it just starts flipping. It's like, yeah, well, it started with $5. 5, 10, 20, 40, 80, 120, 160, you just boom, 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 boom. And before you know it, it's all good. And we could argue semantics all day. I'm not good with math, and I get it. I totally understand, but I can see that NFT. Thank you so much. I don't know what I would be able to do without all users. Use like all etheric translators for me. I just have the balls to speak about it. Doesn't mean I have all the knowledge. But anything that I have, I want to share. While they're disconnecting me from Facebook and all this other shit, I'm becoming wealthy. So I don't give a fuck. Right? The Lamborghini guys were funny. Like, you never see a Lamborghini commercial. Ever. Why? Well, because the fucking people that buy Lamborghinis don't watch TV. I don't have to fucking spend millions of dollars in advertising. That's not our market. When I heard that, I was like, oh, fuck this bullshit. I'm out. I literally don't care anymore. I got another 7 days on my fucking ban, and I stopped looking yesterday. All I use is Messenger to talk to people. And there's nothing I can do. I asked Paula, should we put something up again? She didn't do it. So nobody even knew. It was like as soon as I posted and then it got quiet again. I don't want to go to Discord and I don't want to go to these other places. I don't want to. I'm going to have to do something. I have this. This is fine. I have a way to reach you. I love you. We can reach out and touch. But, sharing memes on Facebook for the rest of my life isn't the way I want to go. Fuck this shit. Fuck me sitting here 8 hours in a clip, fucking scrolling. I'm just passing time. I'm wasting away. I get it. I have an injury, so late at night, I'm just sitting here. It's great. But there's things that I do that aren't great in it, where it's not information. It's just me fucking scrolling like a dummy. And some of that's fine too. But I don't want to be that. I don't want to be known as a statistic in that. I don't give a shit no more. As the creator, I have to rise to the occasion. I need to change and then change again, then change again, then change again, and continuously do that infinitely. So let's fucking do this, bro. Who's got my back? Well, what do we got to do? We got to love each other, man. We got to make love to each other. No, just love each other for now. I love you, bro. I love you too, bro. All right. That's it. Start there. Go inside yourself and do that with yourself over and over again until you're so compliant with it, where you're just like, wow, it's okay. Every time you walk by a mirror, even when you're ugly, you feel ugly, you still say you're beautiful. You know, when I look at Paula and she says, oh, do I look like this? Do I look like this? I go, I don't know. I look at you. All I see is my future. Everything about my life is you. So you're always beautiful to me. Even when you're a fucking, you know, whatever. And you put whatever. I'm like that a bunch. Right? I get a little Santa Clausy around the waistline. You know, just I fucking shuffle my feet sometimes. You know, I'm just not sexy like I was, but I'm still sexy, you know? So I get it. I don't overjudge you. I don't overjudge back. What do you see here in this belly? Fuel for the engine of awesome. Oh, that's a good way to put it. Good. Now let's lose 10 pounds because my knees can't handle it. Oh, that's a good way of putting it instead of calling me a fat fuck over and over, because the fat fuck thing wasn't working no more. Right? You become a new way to think about it, a new way to look at it. Right? Take pride in your work. Make it beautiful again. Make you beautiful again. Okay, so silver, if it goes up, they were talking prices today on these different channels. They're not talking about 4,000. They're not talking 12,000. They're talking 10. So they're like, yo, and they weren't talking by 2025. They're talking true market value. Now, I don't know whose math is off, the silver guys that actually printing shit or the silver collector that's stamping it or whatever. And then I was thinking at fucking $33.05 a silver coin on the ratio to $10,000 to $12,000. What are you making more money on, Ethereum, Bitcoin, or actual physical silver? How long do you have to wait? Excuse me. I'm very dry tonight. One of those, being the silver, even though it's in everything and it's doing everything and it's on all part of that until the system crashes. $27. Best I can do. Bitcoin, though, and all them are going up. But I like to hold it and I like to do this. Well, what do you want? The long ball or the short ball or the medium, right? Right? Like the long shot is silver, right? The long hold. Bitcoin, you hold on purpose, but in the short, you make gains like crazy. And Ethereum, unless you started when it was like 11 and 15, I was in there at 11, 15, 75, 28. Like it was a weird moment where I was just like, buy fucking 20 of them, you know, like just put it on the map and let's fucking move on. But now where does the numbers work? Right now, if you had $1,000 and you threw it into something, what is going to make you happy? The long haul, the short haul? Naturally, you should have all three. But we don't have that. Some people just don't have that. You know, break it into thirds. You got $100, take 33. Put it into Bitcoin, take 33. Put it into Ethereum, take 33. Go buy yourself a silver coin. Because that coin, if it goes to $10,000 at any point, I give out coins for fucking Christmas every year. People were laughing at me. My Uncle Keith, God, these guys go into jobs and positions and they think, yes, sir. No, sir. I know my shit. I handed it to him in the card, whatever. Oh, great. A $2 coin. We were like, what? He's like, it's a fucking silver dollar. I go, my dude, it's not a silver dollar. It's not even a fucking eagle. The American, that's like a fucking 1 ounce round, fucking 9.999% fucking silver with the Punisher skull saying, expect us everywhere. And you're like, bro, it's a $2 coin. Your mother's $2 coin, you fucking dick. That you know how much that coin is worth? You could get $50 for that right now. I can. Yeah, that and UFOs don't exist too. Come on, man. You think I would hand you a $2 coin? He's like, bro, get $2. Go down to the corner. You fucking give that to someone down in the corner. I'm going to take it back from you right now. Wealth. Strategic wealth. My brother and them, I said to the whole family, I gave them all coins. I gave my sister like 3 maple leaves and stuff. And she, oh, this nice. I'm like, well, when that's 20 grand, what are you going to be? Or are you going to be like, yo, my man was looking out for me? So you have to base these things on what you're looking at doing for yourself, because you could be really young and be like, bro, I got the 20-year swing on this. Because in 10 years, it might be different. I might have to swing from Bitcoin to another character. Maybe it plays itself out and then drops after the long ball. Who knows? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. But I'm going to ride this fucking thing like the Silver Surfer. And I don't care what anyone says, because I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not doing anything illegal. I do all the right things with it. I'm not being fucking shady. And you know what? This time the nice guy doesn't finish last, because I'm not the nice guy. I'm on my team and Team Light. Right? So I love you. You want to send me love? That's cool too. But I got to get this job done. We need to do these things. And the only way I'm going to be able to get that community that we all talk about, or have my version of it, so then I could have my version. And if you don't like mine, those people will go on to create theirs. And then from there, those people have groups of people that say, yeah, this worked for the moment, but I really don't want to live next to you because I don't fucking really like you. I love you, but I don't really like you. So I'm going to go open my own, because we want to be vegan. We want to be chicks with underarm hair. We want to be people that fucking walk around with a junk out. We want to be people that eat only fruits and vegetables. And we want to be pizza that only eat meat, and prove that we could still ascend. So you don't know what you're going to find. We like to hunt for our stuff. We like to have Amazon deliver our shit. I don't know where this is going to go, but you'll find your peep. But to do this, how do you expect to do it? I'm 47. Where's in my future that I could say, oh, let's build a fucking community? Well, where do I have the balls to say that? Okay, Bronx guy, go ahead, do it. Well, I've already built the community. Now I just got to buy what? Land? How many landowners we have in here? Where if I had to push the buttons and shift it around, could we be able to find land and property and actually do this? God forbid the whole fucking system, lowercase g, comes crumbling down. Yes. It's not as bad as you think. Fuck. And then if you have a silver coin in your hand, if electricity goes out, you have a silver coin in your hand. You can't use Bitcoin if the fucking power goes out. It's part of the rules. Oh, what happens if the grid goes? You didn't lose your Bitcoin, you just can't use it. Well, what goes if you can't use it? That's why you have silver. Well, someone could come and take it. That's why you have a gun. Well, I don't have these things. Well, maybe you should go take a class. You know, the first thing Paula wants to do when she's out of the Bronx is learn how to fucking do the whole firearm thing. It's the first thing she wants to do. It's like, I'm going to make sure nobody fucks with me. Why? Because we are in our own universe, on our own thing, in our own place, in our own space. I got to protect me because I can't rely on you. That's how I think to the system. You want me hurt and injured and in the hospital and taking medicine and getting fucking fucked over with taxes. 14% here, 13% there, 86% here. What? Yeah, loser. Boom, this, that, the other thing. You know, when they start jacking that shit up, people are so sequestered in their own ways, they don't even know what to do with themselves. They're just like, bro, I guess I'll have to pay it. If they jack up 46% on our taxes, we're just gonna have to do it and live down in the city, and it's $40,000 a month for rent, and then and you're just compliant, just keep going with it. How long are you gonna last? How long are you gonna last doing that? When they do that shit and you can't get the fucking vote because the voters are fucking illegal and it's a fraud and everything, move. Or fight. The last thing you want to do is be sitting on the fence with that one. If they come a knocking, and they want to come a knocking, they want you to do it as an individual by giving up your freedoms. That's what they want. They don't want to come and get you because they know that'll rile people up. It ain't going to do nothing for these fucking dudes that tuck their dick between their legs and stand in front of the mirror pretending we have vaginas now, because I know a bunch of you dudes have been out there doing that shit all fucking day. But you know what? Unstrap it from your fucking leg, let the pair fall, and let's get on with this, please. Okay? You could play games later. Well, we don't have games to play right now. I mean, I'm so Bronx at this, I don't give a shit no more. I listened to a couple of my episodes. In the beginning, I was really nice. I was sweet. I did my best I could. I talked the best I can. I told everyone at TFR I won't curse and I, whatever. And meanwhile, I'm like, man, but it's not real. And I'm sorry if it doesn't suit what you need, but it's not real to me. And I can't do it. I got to be a little foul. because I'm expressing my distaste and anger, and I'm using the language to do it. You know, you make wet ass pussy #1 on the fucking charts, and I tell you to go fuck your face, and then you're mad at me, but you're putting wet ass pussy in my fucking 12-year-old's face. Something's not right here. Right? Someone's going to learn. Someone's going to learn. And I'm a teacher, and I'm here to teach, right? And learn. I'm not going to let them stick their hands in my fucking pockets and then in my ass and in my ears and in my nose. Get the fuck out of here. I did not come here for this. So we either change it or go fucking submit. Go be a baby. Go suck off the nipple of the fucking system. You know, it's a demon nipple, by the way, right? With a giant tentacle in it. And while you're here, you're getting it on the other end. That's how this thing works. That's how it wants you. Remember in the Matrix when you saw the baby? When, oh, we liquefy the dead and feed them to the children. You saw the plug was up its ass and in its fucking mouth and nose, right? That's what you want? Because that's where this goes. Choose and choose wisely. And I'm sorry for being a foul-mouthed heathen, but I don't care. Haska's son, thank you so much. Thank you. I love you so much. I'm now sending you most positive vibes, my brother. We got to do what we got to do. Yeah, I know. It is super healthy. It's healthy. I don't know. I guess depending on how you use the language, be the language, right? You want to use it. Let's express what the language is there for. Oh, we all fuck, but let's not say the word fuck. We're all looking, and what are you thinking? Oh, look, the Scarlet Witch just came out on screen with her new tiara with the demon thing sticking out and the fucking tight shirt and the boobs and the nice ass. And what's the first thing y'all thinking? I would definitely sleep with that. I would fuck the witch. That's what's going on, right? What's wrong with it? You know, my buddy that blew through with his higher self was screaming about love, and that fuck was an expression. He was under DMT. He was screaming it. I want to fuck you, fucking love you so much. And I was, you know, threw his uncle back. His uncle was like, bro, I don't want nothing to do, but I'm so interested in seeing what my nephew's doing. But what the fuck is going on here? And he's like, no, it's not. I don't want to fuck Frank. Because I was like, you don't want to do that with me, right? And then he was laughing. He goes, no, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, like that. And I went, I do know. I do. I get it. There's no other way to express it. I get it. And I can't be nice and fucking fix my tie and look at the fucking robot while the robot's telling me how to fucking do my job. And I'm looking at you going, don't tell me how to do anything. I'm not here to do a job. Not for you, not for this. What do you think? I'm here to fucking cook and clean for you? I got my shit to do. I'm here for me and my creation. Not so I can fucking be subservient to some fucking AI bot on the net that's sizing me up and then telling me in a sentence what it thinks I am. And then I'm about doing all this shit. And I'm like, oh, go fuck yourself. Mind your business. You know what? I'm going to buy a VPN now. Go fuck yourself. That's how you fuck the system. You want a system break? Use Signal on your phone. Buy Bitcoin. Plant the fucking garden. Keep yourself clean, healthy. Meditate. Fucking breathe. Turn the TV off. Sing as loud as you fucking can. When you make love, when you fucking have an orgasm, you let the fucking person you're with know this is great. That's how you do it. You let them know I love you. That's how you do it. You break it one fucking piece at a time because it's watching. It knows. And when it tells you you're banned from Facebook, go fuck yourself. How's that sound, robot? Well, you're banned. You're not going to get your family access photos. Go fuck yourself. Do you think I need, that I'm so stuck to my fucking attachments, Mr. Robot, that because you take that away, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I got some of my music shit on there, whatever. If I didn't back my stuff up, maybe it wasn't that important for me to begin with. If I was that fucking lazy-minded, maybe I fucking deserve it. But you know what, Robot? Fuck you. Oh, well, you can't come in here. Well, you know what? I'm not going to come in there, and I'm not going to have a cigarette either. How's that? Well, then you'll just be what? Anxious and nervous for a little bit? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I want to kick you in the fucking balls. Maybe I want you to grow a pair of robot nuts and I want to smash you with a fucking hammer. Maybe I want to break my computer. Maybe I want to break your fucking face. Maybe I want to stand outside naked and just scream, go fuck yourself. But in a week, I'm over it. In a few days, in a few hours, I'm over it. And then I don't need you. Then now what? Well, then you're going to, no, I'm not. Well, you're going to, no, I'm not. Well, we'll make sure, no, you won't. You will never, ever, ever get what you want. You just fucking remember that. Yeah, but I already got you. So click, turn you off. Right? Oh, well, we'll inject you. I'll overcome it. We'll spray you from the sky. I'll overcome it. We'll put it in you from birth. I'll walk out that pussy portal and I'll fucking overwrite the whole fucking program. Chump. Try again. Thank you. Come again. They'll be like, what the fuck is with this kid? And this is what I tell them all the time. I'll always be back. So you won't always be back. I'll always be back. You want to play the long game with me? Like, no, I don't want to play the long game with you. I don't want to play the long game with you either because you suck. And you suck at your job too. You were good. You were good. But tricking first graders isn't like tricking a college guy or a dude that's had hard knock living on the streets, walks over and just kicks over the table. And go, they've been cheating the whole time. Cards up his sleeve. You're done. You're done. You know how you take care of a bully? You get rid of him. You stand up to him. I don't want, you don't get, I got to watch how I talk. You handle your business. That's how you handle a bully. You don't bake them a fucking pie. Maybe one or two that you do. I don't know. This isn't Scooby-Doo, but where I'm from, that doesn't happen. If you don't stand up for yourself and do what you got to do, it's always going to happen. Break the loop, break the cycle. It's what you got to do. Scott, what's up, my brother? Yeah, man. I'm supercharged with this. I'm used to fighting for my position in things and gaining it and then holding on, having to hold on to all this stuff. Man, I'm letting everything go. I'm awesome. It doesn't matter what I have. If I'm a good rapper, if I'm good at this, if I can good at, am I big enough? Am I strong enough? Am I weak enough? No, I'm just going to check me out. I'm not strong enough to do a pull-up. Maybe I'll try again and do a push-up until I could get to a pull-up. And then when I do one pull-up, I'm good to do one pull-up. Maybe I'll do two. I'll work my way to it. I know I'll never be Michael Jackson and do the moonwalk. However, I can still do a spin and do the fucking moonwalk. No big deal. Well, you don't have the talent. Really? There's things I could do that none of you can do. As a matter of fact, I can do things that there's not one person on the planet that can do. All right? You'd look at me. No, don't matter who you are. You'd be like, I'm not doing that. That's not something, but I could do it perfectly. What that is, I can't fucking tell you, but I know I can do it because you have one that I can't. That's what makes you the original, the OG. We're all original. You got something, I got something. You teach me, and then I'm like, whoa, look what I could do. It's like, yeah, where'd you learn how to do that? Well, this person showed me. I wasn't born in with that one, like the other one where I could see up and down in density. I had to ayahuasca myself to understand what was happening because I just thought I was fucking nuts. It's like I'm seeing all this stuff and I don't know why. What the fuck? That's all right, Frank. Just remember, safety third. Safety third. Whose idea was to jump interdimensionally through dimension portals, only using your face as a landing gear? I did. It works. It hurts, but it fucking works. Another way to destiny. You get to choose. It's all up to you. I don't have time in my life anymore, guys, to go, I want to be popular and I'm going to take Fearless and go to the next TFR thing. And I'm not even harping on them. I'm not mad at them anymore. It is what it is. Everyone just is what it is because I heard some shit. Everyone's credible to one degree or another. And I was like, I completely agree with that stuff. And just because I think some people aren't cool doesn't mean they're not correct. It is what it is. But I would have went on to do that next thing and I get invited on everything. I don't do everything. I don't want to do it. There's some stuff I do want to do though, and others I have nothing for. I'm not trying to get popular. I don't need to do all the shows. I don't need to do all the rounds. It's not necessary to strive for that when that's not what I'm trying to do. This was never for that, right? The lion just has to roar. The teacher's got to teach. The student needs to learn. We're going to do this together. If you choose to join us on Saturday nights with your sorcerer supreme, your main man, then that's where we're going to head. I'm tired of putting other people down. Like, I get it, man. Imagine being like David Wilcox right now, right? Check this out. And Corey Good. Now, I've met the avians. People like, the Bluebird cult. Homie. So the lion guys are good and the black goo is cool, but there's no such thing as a blue avian. That's a lie. Met them, even saw Corey on the other side, drugged up. My first story about ever seeing him was before I don't think he was out yet. Right. And then this is one of the other things that got me in trouble with Chris and them over there. I was like, some guy named Corey was in the sphere with me. I didn't know his name was Corey Good. I saw him. He was drugged up. I went over to him. He's the only human here. What the fuck? And I went over and I was the light body. And when I touched him, he fucking lost his shit. And I was like, why is the human drugged up? And they're like, do you see what's going on here? Like, it's a sphere. And we're inside with Toth and all these beings. And Toth's like, I'm a fucking blue bird. What? Horus literally has a giant blue bird head. Has anyone seen Ra? Would you happen to tell me what his head looks like? Anyone see Shiva? He's fucking blue. Literally, he's just blue everywhere. And has an elephant that's blue. That's his son. Oh, but the Bluebird cult is okay. Hold on, though. Doesn't mean that they were not dicks. Now, you got David Wilcock, who worked with him, who's getting, I get my stories from the insider's insider, the insider's insider, right? I like to hear myself talk. I like to hear myself think, then like to hear myself talk. I got a forehead that turned into a 12 head, and now I got a pumpkin head, and now I'm going to tell you about God. It's on his way, and then it's in the mathematics of the universe. This guy had a million things correct, and he's being lied to and pushed the Q narrative because his inside guys are saying it's correct. Imagine what these fucking guys feel like. Just imagine. That's why I'm like, this Charlie Ward character, when JC was into her, oh, this is my favorite guy. I'm like, dude, that guy's literally a criminal. Like, literally. He's scamming people. Literally. Right? The girl from Lucid TV, the black girl with the curly hair. I fucking loved her. I can't remember her name right now because she needed to fall away. You see, she had beef with Seven Bomar. Oh my gosh, the things they were saying about each other. Holy shit. I was like, whoa, gonna talk about drama. Thank God I'm not part of that. I didn't want to join Seven Bomar's group, and he's not doing anything wrong. It's just that hoity-toity shit ain't for me. It's just not my style. Right? Like the book this, and then if it's not like this, then you're not down with there's no wrong way. I do it my way, I do it your way, same way. We get to the same destination. Well, no, not if you don't do it like me. Oh, well, I'm not you, so go fuck it. Fuck yourself. Right? I can't follow them no more. I don't want to be part of your group. We are the group. We don't have to hold hands and do showers but man, you need to use fucking discernment and see who you're standing with. Imagine being these people right now. Right? Everybody probably was like, oh, what's happened with Frank and Chris when that thing broke up? Man, I lost my fucking best friend. It sucked. However, the fucking dick things that were going on was a great big fuck you to me and Paula. And you guys, yo, I'll never tell you. It was worse for you than it was for me. I don't know how to explain it more than that without giving it away. And I promised I wouldn't. I fucking promised. I said, we'll never do that to you. release the inside information and shit, but go fuck yourself. Right? Everyone's steering a boat in a different direction. Imagine being these people. Right? I'd rather be me, 50 viewers, 49 viewers, 600 people for the week. Just get the information out there. I love you. Ayahuasca, one by one, each person. Just one by one. I'll get you. You know, you want to, okay, you, next. Okay, cool. I'm not saving you. You're saving you. I'm just your boy, bro. You got to think of me as a brother, as a friend, like a family dude, like my heart to yours. Like that lady from My Heart to Yours, right? I love that lady, right? That does the UFO filming and the sun videos. That's all I am. I'm a lighthouse with the doors open, right? The light's so fucking bright that if you're not in that frequency, you can't come in. But if you're shining, you're like, oh, I got, even if it's just a little pin drop of light in you, I'm gonna grab you and pull you in, because one by one, and you're like, but that takes forever. I'm like, I'm not the only one doing it. Everyone's on their own path. I just have to worry about what I'm doing. Service to others. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. And so will you, whatever that means. It's not all about ayahuasca. Shit. You know, I've been asked, are we drinking ayahuasca, whatever. I'm not ready, man. I didn't even take any mushrooms because I'm going to fist fight an Anunnaki at this point. I'm going to have to choke one out. And if he's too big, I'll have to like jump in his throat, my whole body, and just hold myself in his throat so he chokes a little bit. Be like, you like me taking your air, motherfucker? Like, it's going that route. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be upset. I need to integrate, and I need to be part of, and I need to do one thing at a time. One thing at a time. There's still someone, I forgot his name. I wouldn't even tell you his name, but I didn't get back to him. It's been fucking 2 months. He wrote me a letter, wrote him back, said, I'm going to call you. I didn't call him back. I feel like a fucking dick. However, everything that's been lined up here is not letting me do it. It literally just, it never works out. Every time I fucking go to do it. So I'm like, what do I do? They're like, don't do nothing. I'm like, but it's hurting me. Well, if it's hurting you, then do something about it. Do less. Do more. Do more. You're doing too much. Do less. I'm like, I don't get it. Be like, you don't need to understand every little thing. Understand it, get an awareness of it, and move on. Next. I'm like, well, it's fucking crazy. It's like, must be something going on. Unless there's something wrong with you. How do you feel? I'm like, whoa. So it's really just me on me on me. It's always you on you on you. That's the problem. Fuck, I'm tired of being my own problem. I'm tired of being a problem. Take the responsibility to level up. Okay, well, I did all my duties. Now what? I don't know, but last night, and I know Paula and I had a great day and then a weird night. It was kind of no bueno for her. She got upset at me for being a bit of a dick. And I woke up and she was already sleeping again. And then we missed each other the whole night. But I was sitting out here and I did everything. I remember saying to myself, look, everything's done. It's clean. My manly duties are done. I don't know what else to do. I don't want to write a rap right now. I rolled out my keyboards right here. I rolled it out because it's a roller, right? I put headphones on, started watching X-Men cartoons, and I have it so I could play while I'm listening through my headphones or whatever's on my computer. And then I have the notes that I need to see what I'm pressing. I'm just learning chords, so I'm just looking at stuff that has to do with chords, and I'm just pausing it or keeping it up on the top screen. So whenever I go, is it C, D, E, or F, G, A? Like, I'm just look up, oh, okay, and it's written on the keys. So I'm watching Wolverine kick the shit out of people, and I got it on low in my headphones while the TV's on. So I could watch the cartoon and hit the music chords and still hear it. So then I did that for an hour and a half. And when I got sick of it, I didn't really get sick of it. I started sitting back watching the show going, man, this is really for adults. And I had my right hand was right, bro. It was right. It was just doing everything correct. And I was just playing. And then the other hand, I always thought the left hand plays all the crazy shit. It's the right hand that does that. It's the left hand that just holds like a note or two or three. Well, it as you advance, it does whatever. But so you just dun 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 with this hand, and then this hand's doing your 3 notes, 4 notes, 5 notes, or how, and it's moving back and forth or keeping within there, and you're using all 5 fingers. You could only be using 2 fingers on your left hand, whichever 2 or whichever 3. So I'm learning this, and I'm sitting there making sounds that sound beautiful. I'm like, this is great. I'll never remember this, but then I keep finding myself an hour after that. I'm like, still just sitting here. Wolverine was fighting someone else. And I remember hitting a note, and it kind of went with the show. The right. The intro, for you that don't know, the X-Men song is very popular. And those that hear it or know the show, I catch myself humming it still to this day. As I'm scrubbing something on the wall. But I try to play with like what was happening, just notes to make it like I knew he was going to snake his claws. So right, just try. Oh shit, he said something ominous. Right, let's just do stupid things. But that one thing led to another. Now I'm watching, and I'm like, all right, too much. Stop. I fucking pick up my video game. I start playing Spider-Man. I haven't touched the PS. I never play. I barely ever play. I picked it up. I started playing Spider-Man because I was playing Avengers. I had to take a break. The fighting games really blow my mind. But I'm not online, so I can't have my friends play with me. I have no friends online. Frank's got no friends. I have no PS4 buddies except my nephew Grayson, who doesn't like any of the games that I like. So we never play. So it was so hardcore. The game's so... There's just too many fucking buttons. I went into panic mode. And I'm like, dude, I just played piano. So I sat back and I started smoking. And I went to, how do you play? And I was already on the 3rd level. How do you play? You made it this far, dummy. I couldn't remember. I looked and then one at a time worked my way in. And I'm seriously, within 15 minutes, I was beating the shit out of everything that stepped up. And I was like, oh, I'm having fun finally. Oh my gosh, this is fucking great. And then an hour into that, my eyes hurt. It hurt, the video games. And I'm like, yeah, that's it for me. I'm done. I shut it off and I was like, I need another half hour to come down from this so I could actually go to bed. And I was like, wow. I'm sitting here bored, not bored because there's a million things you could do, but I did everything. And then what else should I do? And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and think about it. I'm going to just roll out this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to smoke. X-Men. Piano. KG, Sons of the Sun. Well, I don't like that one. Go back. I like that one. There you go. All right. And then you're just watching. And then you're like, wow, I feel good. I sat here with no back or neck problems for hours last night. And then would just get up, and then I would do 20 squats. This is what been helping me lose weight. I've been getting that frequency up. I'm like, oh shit, it's working. It's fucking working. Or maybe I should we'll go back to the drink of water. Have it now. Well, I'm going to have coffee, then I'll have my cigarette, then I'll have water. Drink the water. What'd you do? I drank the water. Okay, let's go. Dun, 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 dun. And now you just go. Oh, so we're learning how to do this correctly. Oh, you fucking better believe it. So you putting your feet to the beat, to the rhythm of life around you, will help you in each and every area connect to everything that you need to connect to enhance yourself into a position, to ascend into a better place, to allow you to overcome the opposition within yourself. Just like that. Oh, and breathe. Dun, 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 dun. Right? All the things that okay, here's a weird one. So Reggie likes to play string, right? But she only likes to play, she gets hardcore, 5-10 minutes she plays. So me always looking at her going, I don't want to play a string, Reggie. What are you doing? Well, I'm smoking a joint. But what are you doing? Well, I'm looking at a video. Are you looking at it or are you listening to it? Well, I'm listening to the video, but I'm smoking the joint and I just want to chill. And it's like, well, what do you do when you play with the string with Reggie, who just literally wants to be with you? Now, all this is going on in my fucking head. The string's right here. The joint's right here, and the video's on. And I just start going, dun, 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 and fucking cats start flying at me from all directions. And I'm like, ah! And then they're done in 10 minutes. And all of that, leave me alone. I only need fucking 10 minutes to drink my coffee and jerk off and pick my nose. And you got cats don't understand that I don't want to play. And no, Reggie, I don't want. You lose all that. You wasted 5 fucking minutes thinking about it. It would have been 5 minutes over already. And everyone's happy in your home. Yeah, well, I don't got time for this shit. Well, maybe you should make fucking time or don't have cats. Just an opinion piece. It's a good theory, though, right? Needs more dragons, I know. I am the dragon master. Anyway, 3 hours tonight. I fucking hit, 3.5 hours. I hit the wall again. I was like, no fucking 4 hours. That's it. No 4 hours. And almost 4 hours. But I love you. I love you so much. I met just things around. Here's something. Once again, I go to say goodbye, and I don't want to leave just yet. No, not yet. So this is an Ankh, right? Traced. The actual Ankh is back there on the wall. Right there, right? And then I wrote some stuff. I'm not going to tell you what it is. And I drew some stuff in there. Me and Paula, the house, the cats, right? Superpowers, all kinds of words that have meaning and definition to me that I want in my future, that how I, want mindfulness and faith and love and direction and, friends, true friends, trust, believe it is real. It is you. You're the creator. All that cool stuff, wealth, enjoying life, exciting, boring too. It's all there. So I could look at it and go, yeah, it's where we're going. And then you can see as you're a nicer person, you're like, oh, growth and mindfulness and compassion. And, I have friends and I have faith in them and they have faith in me. I have faith in me and my own personal stuff, that I'll get it done, that I don't need to rely on you to get it done. Perhaps you could just teach me how to do it so I don't have to bother you with it. And then we could just go over different things back and forth. So, you're intelligent, you know how to fucking carpentry a house. I know how to change out a toilet. I could show you, you could show me, because I'm sure we have fucking questions instead of going, well, this fucking asshole changes toilets. Well, do you? Because I'm sure if I threw down with you right now, you're like, well, I'm a fucking carpenter. I'll be like, I'm a rapper. I'm an ayahuasca shaman. Bitch, you want to play? You want to play the game? We can play. Yeah. So I don't know how to build a house. Do you know how to even spiritual guide yourself? Huh? Do you know how to throw up in a fucking bucket and not die? Or throw up in the bucket and die over and over and come back and live more? Punk ass. Lots of nice sayings, really cool things to all the different people I want to see, and just being able to overcome and be part of the transformation and be grateful. And then you're like, oh man, I had a pretty shitty day today. However, I love my cats, grateful. Like it all just kicks off. I fed this one who he needed food or he's going to fucking die. I helped with X, Y, and Z. I did A, B, and C. And I fucking went to the store. I got everything I needed. I helped Paula. I was nice to my mother. Like you start doing this mental checklist that you didn't even know was there to begin with. And you're like, well, there's a lot of stuff at first. There's a lot of stuff on that, Frank. Yeah, but when you're in flow state, it just starts to happen. You're living better. So you're just moving through it in a different way. You're a fish swimming in a different pattern. And it's fucking groovy, man. You're like, yo, there's no drag when I fly this jet. That sounded really weird. I'm sorry. I'm a little dry tonight. There's no drag when you fly this jet. I got to do voice work. It's great. I fucking love it. Yo, I'm going to tell you this. I've been practicing in the shower. I'm going to start doing this on. I have a playlist of all the different kinds of stuff on the YouTube channel. You can check it out in the playlist sections. But in one of the singing section I don't know if I made that public or not. I think I did. It's like a karaoke singing thing. There's actually how to sing high, how to, practice for the high head, for the deep throat, and all the different versions of the deep throat. Man, you just can't stop going there, right? To learn how to do like singing in different ways and different patterns to loosen up your voice, to get the muscles going and get your breath ready. I have all that stuff in there, and I've been fucking doing it. I sang in the showers before so good it didn't even sound like me, because I'm not singing like up here for notes that I was singing everything. I have like that playlist has 111 songs. I could sing every fucking one of those songs. I'm not the greatest, but man, stuff you would be like, that you can sing. It's like, yeah, bitch, I don't know how I do it either, but I've been learning this stuff, and just by practicing it in the shower, the vocal practice, having voice practice, and she'll get so tired, I'm sure, of hearing that. One of the things is this guy playing the piano, and he's like, okay, are you ready? I'm ready. Okay. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, right? So you're like, what? He's like, say that. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Yes. Now with the notes. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, right? And then you got to do it along with the piano, and you got to stay in note and in key. And then he'll have you go from low to high. And then he'll go, okay, you ready? And now we'll do this. Push the air from your throat into your mouth through your lips. And you're just going with it. You're like, what is this doing with anything? And 2 minutes into it, not even 2 minutes, like seconds into it, everything's vibrating and whatever. Now when you sing, and you go through this for like a month, let's just say you're doing all these cool little things and you haven't really let it out. You gave yourself a little time of rest. I didn't sing for like 5 days. I don't even know what's going on right now, but I know I've been playing piano and hitting notes and keys and chords. And then you sing like a fucking Van Halen song and you hit every note and you're like, whoa, I didn't even know I sounded like that. It's like, well, you were pushing too hard. You didn't know that you could do this, this, and this. And with breath technique can do that. I'm like, she's so loud, she's licking out of the water. So a little bit, feet to the rhythm, feet to the beat, do a little practice. And then one day you'll just be in the shower and all that practice will surprise you where you're at. You'll be like, wow, I never even knew that note existed in my voice. I do it. That's been one of my new things. I practice before I do a show, all the vocal techniques, so I can talk to you for 3 hours and smoke blunts or joints at the same time, right? And get all excited and have coffee sometimes. And because I'm just 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there, that shit adds up daily, weekly, monthly. You're putting in work and time and effort and energy, like just 15 minutes with the keys. Even if I'm just rolling my hand one way, hit the chord, go back. Okay, do it. And you just keep doing it. And then you're like, this isn't getting me nowhere. Bing. Did I do that? Bing, ding, 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 ding. Oh, I usually make 3 mistakes by ding, 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 ding. No mistakes. Oh, that's what they meant. It'll just start clicking and rocking and rolling. Same thing with your thought patterns and everything else that you do. Everything. You can fix. You can bring forth. You can change and transform. You can do all this. You can do all this. And it's a beautiful thing. We're going to learn together. Remember, there's no one way to do this. To be fearless, most of us are in fear. And we choose to overcome that fear, making us fearless in that category. It might scare us tomorrow again, and we might be in fear, but fuck, I'll get up and I'll stand in my truth. You know, that shit's scary. I get it. But yo, man, even if your legs are shaking, it's your truth. You can't don't let them steal your spirit. Don't let them steal your soul. Don't let them take it from you. Don't. Lifetime after lifetime. Well, it's nothing but time, right? Lots of time. It's time to get it back now. No one's teaching it, so we're out here doing our thing. We'll learn at the old age to pass it on to the new. I hope I'm right, that I'll transform into a light being in this time and we'll go into 5D. You know, it's scary out here. I don't know, but as the clown shoes continue and the bullshit goes on and it gets more cartoony and stupid and dark, I go, it's nothing but that. It's nothing but the dark script. So hang in there, be strong. You can, you will, you can. You are worthy. You are worthy. I love you guys so much, and you girls so much. My family, my fearless family, we've done so much. Don't sell yourself short with bullshit. It's just drama and bullshit. If I could step away from cigarettes just like that, and it gets me. Paula's like, "Oh, what's wrong with you?" I'm like, I want to fucking smoke, man. This fucking vape thing is not helping. And I'll hit it 30 times, and on 31, it just goes away. And I just put it down. I will break you. You're not going to fucking break me. That's it. The answer no. And it's like little bits of venom until nothing, it doesn't affect me no more. You don't have a hold on me. Right? You put me in a force field bubble. I'm going to figure out the energy frequency as source, and I'm going to walk through it. It may hold me by now. It may stop every form of ammunition that could be shot at you. It could protect the world in its bubble. Eventually, I'm going to find my way out of this. I'm going to walk right out of it. Find your way out. Hit the frequency and then change the frequency. Do uplifting stuff. Do uplifting stuff. Go out and create. Yeah, it's just a meat suit anyway, man. It's just a play. Let it play out. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you so much. I want to take the time just to exit out casually. It's so important to recognize you as I recognize myself. It's important. All you need, like Paula says, is one person to say, "No, good job, man. You can do it. You just did it. Look, you did it. You're doing it." Or, "Well, now you know not to do it that way. Just keep going." There's so much we can do. So much. We want to get together. We want to have the communities. We got to build them, man. We got to stop fucking around. I have a feeling it's like right now we're at the precipice. I don't know how this works with the economy crashing or anything. I assume valuations go down, but they go up first. I don't like the economy crashes, the dollar becomes nothing, your rent goes to $10,000 a fucking month all of a sudden, or it's $10,000 for a loaf of bread. It's like, ain't nobody got that. Nobody's going nowhere. Like, you ain't getting your fucking rent and you ain't getting your fucking bread. And, you know, but then silver just goes to whatever and Bitcoin does its thing and they start accepting, like, there's going to be this harsh point and a fucking uplifting point, but you're going to have to walk through the eye of the storm. Right. I thought for sure by now, and I'm positive it's happening to others as well as myself, but more in ET interaction by now. But I really think it's been happening and we don't realize it. I think we're having experiences we're not 100% aware of. I was talking to Ralphie, Eye of Ra, and he says, I had a dream again. I was in that hangar with Anunnaki beings, and I'm like, he was describing it to me, and I go, geez, that sounds a lot like the place where I've been, the mall that I talk about on the show here, where it's almost like it's like an airport or some kind of port where people are coming in and out and doing all kinds of shit, and there's like a mall in the middle, and people were huddled in there at one point, and we were running around trying to get away from Anunnaki characters and these Nazi guys, and I was like, there's fucking Nazis in there, and he's like, yeah, the place, it's big and it's shiny and it's really pretty, except it's like a place where we can go, like a subway or like an airport where you come in, all arriving flights going here, these guys are going that way, you kind of come in here, hang out, and then we'll shoot out to over there. And he described it pretty good. He described it as more of the airport, the hangar kind of situation. I says, did it have stores and big things? And because when I was in there, Anunnaki man and woman walked right by me. Boom, boom, boom. And I just looked up and I was like, holy shit. But then Paula was having the dream. And then we were comparing that. We did shows on this. And we would talk about them. Now he's remembering and being, bro, the dreams are so intense. And I'm like, well, we're going there. So I'm seeing the ETs there. So apparently they're working with us here, there, here, hidden from plain sight, but right in the middle of our fucking view, just right here. It's not out there. All of it. All of it. Yeah. And I think that might have been what I was feeling with. They feel real, more vivid, but it also feels more real than here. This starts to feel like the dream. I think that's what I'm feeling when I'm standing in the kitchen and I see and there's a thing moves, and I really think that's me waking up for the dream. Another layer removed. Oh, you're starting to wake up. Why I feel so weird? Because when you wake up, it's going to be quite the psychedelic ride, whether you do psychedelics or not. It's not going to fucking matter, right? The psychedelics are like, well, we're teaching you to become the correct version of you, which is us. So you have to be like us. And I is like, you have to be like me. You'll grow into me. And I'm like, I could do what you can do. You'll do way more than that because you're in the physical meat suit. I'm literally the planet. So it's just like our souls are talking, and then you're going to get back to work. So, but you're going to actually become that on me. So you can help clean this fucking place up. I'm down. 100%. 100%. Yeah, and if you could hit that motherfucking like button, please. I know my foul mouth might not get fans and across the board with everyone, but fuck them, we don't need them. It's a private party and you're not invited. I'm just kidding. I love you guys so much. Hopefully, Della, we are going to the quantum financial system. Hopefully, I'm telling you, it's not just Anunnaki. It's like you'll see mantis beings and grays that aren't evil. You're just Nazi guys, secret space program characters, Space Force. That's the other thing with WandaVision. They introduced Sword, which is they had Shield, which was the strategic characters on land. Now they have in space. In Marvel Comics, it's Sword, and they're on the Sword space station, which is a giant starcraft with beings in it that reptilians that shapeshift. All right. You get what I'm saying. You do count. You always count. You wouldn't have been here if you didn't count. Everything here matters, and you just being here, your energy, and connecting and grounding that energy. That we need you. We need you. We need you. Oh, Della, we're not going to need money eventually if we could just manifest whatever we need. Manifestation. You can keep your money, right? I reach into my pocket. I pull out whatever I want. Oh, do we need money here? Is that a thing? This thing you call money. What is it? A green piece of paper? Let me see what yours look like. Oh, it's cartoon. Like a cartoon. Special colors? Okay, here's one. I have one. Yeah. Well, oh, you need two? Here you go. Fuck out of here. Yeah, you know what? Here's a third one. Don't ever let me see your face around town again. All right. And with that, go forth, support each other. We don't need money. You could manifest this, and then money could come in the forms of lotto or some kind of victorious something over here that grants it to this thing over here, and it just shifts and moves, and you can just do what you want in a hologram, but you got to get there. You got to get to that point. You can't just sit in your basement and kind of hope it happens and wish it happens. It's more than that at this point. There's more involved than just hopes and wishes, right? When you go, oh, just send prayers to Paris. It's like, well, the place is fucking burning. It's like, well, I live in the Bronx. I'm fucking broke most of the time. I can't get to Paris, nor can I put out the fucking fire in the fucking in the Louvre. So guess what? I'm not going to be much of a help, but send love. It's more than that. It's like you meditate on it and you can almost send the rain there and put out the fire. Putting in the work. All right. Yes. And then we're going to leave you with that. Our DNA is the galactic currency. We are it. We are source. We are one. We are all. I am. We are fearless. My name is Frank Castle. I'm your main man, your sorcerer supreme, right here each and every Saturday night on Fearless. Thank you for joining us, Fearless family. Rock out. Remember, stay fearless because the universe rewards bravery. Thanks again. If you need me, I'll be here for the rest of the night. Only on Messenger because I'm banned everywhere else. Love you so much. Peace out.